in his sophomore season.
And he's been nothing short of phenomenal here in his first year as a starting quarterback. If you look at the numbers, he's completing 66% of his passes. He's 722 yards and 11 touchdowns throwing the ball. Running the ball, he's got 477 yards and another 3 touchdowns. So he's not only done it with his legs, he's done it with his arm, and we not even talked about his defense.
Yeah, and he's done it with the absence of many key players on both sides of the ball as well, and maintain that good play throughout the season. So Grove City has a tough test ahead of them tonight. Grove City, they come in at 4-3, 2-1 in the conference. Had some tough losses early in the season. They had a upset loss to Northeast. They lost 36-34, and that was actually Grove City's, their quarterback, Heath Homan, his first game at quarterback since he is a freshman this year. So getting that experience, I'm sure, motivated him throughout the season as they've been able to kind of turn the corner as the season's progressed.
Yeah, they went on a little run after that game. They have stumbled the last 2 weeks, losing at home to Oil City and also on the road against Sharon. And there's a common theme if you look at their stats. And again, I take these stats from ProfessorBriggs.com. He's got them all. But you look at the scoring for Grove City, and they have been a second-half team for scoring, which means they've been getting behind the 8 ball early. They have total first-half points 69. In the second half, they have 113. So they've made some furious comebacks. They came back against Sharon, cut it to a 7-point game, had the ball late, got tackled in the end zone for a safety. And they made a comeback against Oil City as well, and both of those fell just a bit short.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them, especially against this Hickory team. You're going to play a complete game to be able to have any shot against them. And with that, we'll take a quick break here at Friday Night PA, back after these messages.
Looking for a timeless treasure? Discover the magic of King's Jewelry, a family-owned gem since 1914. We're excited to announce our brand new location at 2220 East State Street in Hermitage. Whether it's an engagement ring, a special gift, or a stunning statement piece, our expert jewelers are here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Join us for our grand opening. Enjoy exclusive offers and discover why generations have trusted King's Jewelry for the most cherished moments.
King's Jewelry, celebrating love for over 100 years.
Hi, this is Staff Sergeant Keffer of the Hermitage Army Recruiting Office, and you are listening to High School Football on FridayNightPA.com.
Back live here at Forker Field. Here, Kevin Davis with Mike Joanno for the Thursday night's edition of Friday Night PA. Here we have the playing of the bands, and I think we'll take a break for the playing of the bands. Back live here, Forker Field. Kevin Davis and Mike Joanno. Some more thoughts here before this game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, not only a rivalry game, this game means a lot to the Hornets in that if they can win the game, they clinch a share of the region crown. And chance to be the #1 seed out of the region as they head into the PIAA. Well, first the District 10 playoffs and the PIAA playoffs, hopefully thereafter for whoever comes out of District 10. Secondly, Kelvin Morrison came back last week, got his feet wet, but you want to give him a chance to get a few carries. It's pretty obvious Hickory's got a good chance and should make the playoffs, but Hickory was ranked #5 in the state there, and still maybe. I didn't check the PA Football News rankings this week. So they're a team that can make some noise, and the way they played with all the injuries has to give you some hope if you're a Hickory fan that this team can maybe do some damage in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Hickory's opponent tonight, Grove City, they're susceptible to that run attack. I've looked at the games this year and noticed that the running backs had the success against them when they've lost. And last week saw that with Terrian Wright. He had 32 carries, 193 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And that's a similar recipe that Hickory has for success. So it'd be hard for them to slow down Morrison tonight, and we'll see if they're able to do that.
Yeah, my film, which we're streaming the games with, we use that for the Hornet football team, and so I get access to the huddle. And I watched the replay of the last game against Sharon, and what I was impressed with is that this Grove City team did not quit. They do like to pound on the ground as much as they can, but the young freshman quarterback, Homan, threw a 60-yard pass for a touchdown to Levi Toth, the #1, who's their wide receiver, and Toth outran the Sharon defensive backs on the bomb. It wasn't like he was wide open and nobody was around him. He caught it at the 50-yard line, and it was a race from the 50 to the end zone, and he outran some very quick defensive backs for Sharon. So that's where I think Grove City has a chance tonight for sure. They have a little bit of team speed, and that's been the advantage that Hickory's had in games this year is the team speed.
Yeah, and if Grove City's able to have that success over the air, that would be a big advantage for them. Hickory hasn't really faced anyone this year that's had that much success against them through the air, and Grove City aren't afraid to air it out. I've heard that Homan actually leads the division, I think, in passing attempts, so not afraid to air it out on their side for sure. And with that, we're about 5 minutes here till kickoff. We'll take another break here at Friday Night PA, back after these messages.
Warehouse Sales is your fishing gear destination, including PA fishing licenses, lures, lines, and more. Visit us on Facebook for daily deals or take the short drive to Sharon, PA today. Hard to find parts and accessories for any job, indoor and out. From gardening to gearheads, pest control to plumbing, we're Warehouse Sales. Chances are, if we don't have it, you don't need it. Take aim. Warehouse Sales now carries Pennsylvania hunting licenses, plus hunting blinds, trail cameras, outdoor accessories, and more. Warehouse Sales in Sharon, PA.
Hi, this is Steve Sherman of Sherman Funeral Home and Cremation Service, and you're listening to High School Football on FridayNightPA.com.
Back live from Forker Field here, Kevin Davis with Mike Joanno. Still about a few minutes before kickoff here. Mentioned some other games happening around the area. We have one other game happening tonight, a Thursday night game. The Cockerton Cardinals, 3-3, travel to Lakeview, who are 0-7. And then tomorrow night we have a slate of other games. The Farrell Steelers coming in at 4-2 at Sharpsville Blue Devils, 1-6. The Wilmington Greyhounds, 5-2 at the Mercer Mustangs, 3-4. Wilmington had a great win last week against Reynolds, and to put their undefeated season to the end. Reynolds, on the other hand, they're at home against the Lucas Cubs, who are 2-5. Sagertown Panthers travel to Greenville. We have the Slippery Rock Rockets at 2-5 at the Titusville Rockets, 1-6. Franklin Knights 0-7 at Eisenhower Knights, who are 5-2. And then we actually have no Saturday games, as this game was supposed to be scheduled for Saturday but moved till tonight. We have one Sunday game. The Kennedy Catholic Golden Eagles travel to St. Joseph Central Catholic Crimson Streaks. So if you're bored on Sunday in the middle of watching maybe your favorite NFL team lose, you can tune in to watch the Kennedy Catholic Golden Eagles.
Well, Kevin, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so I'm not expecting to see my team lose to that team from up north. Like to tell you who our officials are tonight. Our referee is Joe Lombardi, umpire Scott Walters, head linesman Mike Bockert, line judge Larry Hawthorne, and the back judge Gabe Mild. And that's a, I wouldn't say an all-star crew, but that's a really good officiating crew that is going to be handling the game tonight. Grove City comes in with their gold helmets, black jerseys, black pants, white numbers. The Hornets, black helmets, white jerseys, black pants with black numbers. So it'll be a black and white game.
And Grove City comes in trying to turn around the ship. As we mentioned, they lost their last 2 previous games. So just trying to right the ship, and no better team to do it against than Hickory in that division game tonight.
So they do the coin toss before the game. We know that Grove City won the coin toss, and they've deferred to the second half. So they want to go on defense first against this Hornets team. I was a little bit intrigued by that. I did have a chance to talk to Coach Dungy before the game, and he related he thought Grove City was going to try to control the clock and use their running game to shorten the clock and take away offensive opportunities for the Hornets. But declining the coin toss kind of goes against that philosophy.
Yeah, I guess in my head, they're trying to probably disrupt any rhythm that Hickory has. And Hickory, they're kind of known for receiving that second half kickoff. So to try to switch that around, maybe they're trying to just get any momentum they can get.
And before we go to a commercial break, those who know that I've been doing the streaming now for a decade or so, there's a group of Hickory alumni, the class of 1971, that has a Facebook group, and they have a chat group, and they get together quite frequently. And there was a fellow who reached out to me repeatedly over the years, telling us that he enjoyed, watching the broadcast, listening now with the Friday Night PA. And they even, helped out when we were doing the playoff games and had to play full freight. And that was Bruce Diefendorfer. Bruce passed away a little over a week ago. I was notified of that before the game last week. With everything going on with homecoming, didn't get a chance to say anything about Bruce, but Bruce was a football player for Hickory. He was a great family man and was watching the Hickory broadcast we've been doing with the class of 71 and those affiliated there for at least the decade that we've been doing it. So I mentioned to that group that I would recognize Bruce, and I will add one little thing. David Gill, who's our videographer from First Take Video Productions, I did these games for 10 years, never showed our faces, and they demanded that we put ourselves on the screen. We did that, and they went and made bobbleheads of David and I in our garb, and Bruce was a person who led that charge, and I have that proudly sitting behind my desk in my law office. So may God keep Bruce in his good graces in heaven, and may his memory be eternal. So now we're getting set for the kickoff here. Kicking off for the Eagles should be Jonah Stucchio. And deep to receive, we have Calvin Morrison and Christian Dungy. They do a pooch kick. Comes up to the up man. That's Gardlock, who took it to the house last week, but he's going to get tackled as he gets across the 35-yard line. And I believe that was Tanner Mong on the stop.
You can tell Grove City already watching film after that opening kickoff, not wanting to give the ball any dangerous returners. It did end up going to Gardlock, who is a dangerous returner, but not kicked as deep, giving him as much space and able to bring him down at about the 37.
So the Hornets will start 1st and 10 at their own 37. Christian Dungy is the quarterback. We got Evans and Peterson out to the right. I believe Gardlock out to the left. Morrison is the running back. Dungy gives it to Morrison right up the gut. He's got some room, and he'll be tackled across the 40 near the 44-yard line. Gavin Purdy on the stop, but that'll be a gain of 6, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A good stop there from the Grove City defense as Morrison looked like he had a pretty big hole in the middle, but brought down by a host of defenders after a good gain on first down.
So same formation, 2 receivers out wide to the left. Gardlock is the receiver out to the right. In an I formation, you got Morrison behind Dungy, right up the gut again. He's fighting for yardage. He drags a tackler across the 45 near the first down marker. And I believe holding on at the bottom was big 75 Jordan Gamble. But I believe that's enough for a first down out to the 48-yard line.
Good effort there from Morrison as he was grabbed around the ankle at first, but he able to push through and gain the extra yards needed for that first down.
It looked like an older brother trying to walk across the room with a younger brother hanging onto his ankle. He was dragging him by that right foot. They're going to bring Morrison up on the left side, and a flag quickly. Larry Hawthorne, the line judge. He threw it to the offensive side, so it's going to be against the Hornets, and it's a false start. So that'll move it back to the 43, 1st and 15. Hornets have trips out to the left. Evans, Gardlock, and Peterson. Morrison comes up as a sidecar on the left side of Dungy. They fake it. They're going to pass it out to Gardlock. He's got a little room to move. He cuts it up to the middle, over the 50, and into Grove City territory where he's going to be ridden down by Jimmy Cooper. But that'll be a gain of about 11, and it'll bring up 2nd and 4.
So just a simple screen there to the receiver. Good job from the Grove City defense. It looked like they had advantage on the one side, but then they brought the other defender over and able to cover that advantage.
Well, Dante Evans was out there, the tight end, as the lead blocker, and I think they got Grove City to jump that time. And there's a flag.
Offsides, Eagles.
And it will be against Grove City, so that 5-yard penalty will move it down to the 41, and that'll be a first down for the Hornets in Grove City territory. So, yeah, that was a well-thought-out screen. You had that big tight end out in front. He threw a wicked block, and Gardlock cut in behind it back to the middle and was able to pick up good yardage. So this time they'll put 2 receivers out to the right, Gardlock and Evans. Peterson out to the left in the near side of the field. Morrison on the right side of Dungy. Gives it to Morrison. He's going to try to bounce it outside, and he gets hit and brought down in the backfield. Tanner Mong, and that'll be a loss of about 5.
Loss of 5 on the play.
That was a great play by Mong, and not something you normally see against Morrison. Tackling him in the open field is not easy, and he made it look easy on that play.
Yeah, it took his ankles out right from underneath him before he can get a head of steam up. So it'll bring up 2nd and 15. Ball placed at the 46-yard line. Michael Risve back from injury. He's on the left side. He'll be the left tackle. He's wearing number 44 tonight. Morrison on the right side of Dungy. Fake to Morrison. Dungy slips one tackle in the background. He bounces outside. He makes another move at the 40, and he'll be wrestled down as he gets near the 35-yard line. And that was Jonah Stucchio who made the tackle, number 24, but that's a gain of about 11, and it'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Just a simple read option there between Dungy and Morrison, and they had a defender there reading it, and he actually made a good play on Dungy, but Dungy able to escape it and then gain about 10 yards and make this 3rd and reasonable.
So we're at the 35. Gardlock and Evans to the left. Peterson to the right. Peterson to the left. Morrison on the left side of Dungy. Out of the shotgun. Dungy's taking it himself over the left side. High tackle. He's going to be brought down, I think, short, but there's a flag on the play. And it's a line violation would be my guess, or a hold. Larry Hawthorne talking to head referee Joe Lombardi.
Lombardi will inform us that.
And it is a hold against the Hornets, so that'll march him back from the 34 to the 44 and make it 3rd and 14. Well, they're going to make it all the way back to the 45.
Yeah, I was going to say it's close to even would have gotten that first down, but they decide to just push him back regardless, as they probably would have went for it on 4th down, as Hickory is known for being aggressive on offense.
So this will make it 3rd and long from the 45. The line to gain is the 31-yard line. He'll have one pass, but it was a quick flat pass. 3 receivers in the pattern again. Risve working as an H-back, actually, not as a lineman. That's why he's wearing 44. Dungy's back to pass. He's got time. He's looking down the left sideline. Peterson's there. And incomplete. Running step for step with him was Jonah Stukio. So it looks like the Eagles are going to turn away the Hornets. That holding penalty took the air out of those tires.
Yeah, great.
And Marzaire Gardlock into punt.
Yeah, it looked like they had a chance there on the near side here. Dungy looked deep to Peterson, but great job by Stukio as he kind of just stood his ground there and kind of boxed out the receiver from even having a chance.
Charlie Miller deep to receive the punt. It's a short punt going towards the far side of the field. It bounces backwards. Grove City bounce at around the 25. It's going to be down at the 26. And that's where the Eagles will have their first possession with 7:34 to go in the first quarter. And we'll be back after these commercial messages.
High school football is on the air. Friday Night PA is pleased to present tonight's game. This Friday Night PA broadcast, both live and archived, are the exclusive property of Friday Night PA and Wallace Marketing and Media. They are produced for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast in full or in part is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Friday Night PA and Wallace Marketing and Media. Now, here's our Friday Night PA broadcast team.
Oman with the pitch to Stukio, and he gets cut down as he gets to the 25-yard line by Miralon Peterson. So it'll be a gain of maybe 1. Bring up 2nd and 9. So Stukio's been injured. They've been using Gavin Purdy a lot at running back, a freshman, but Stukio's the guy they want to have running the ball. And the senior picked up 1. They're going to come back tight formation, 1 back along with the quarterback Homan. They're going to give it to Stukio again. He tries to kick it out to the left. He's got a little room to move. He keeps his feet turning. He's just moving his feet. And he falls forward across the 40-yard line. Matthew Myers on the stop. And who else was on that stop? Cavante Miller. But, yeah, that's a good pickup of about 16. Brings up 1st and 10 from Grove City's own 41-yard line. Stukio is the back. 2 receivers to the near side. They give it to Stukio again. He's trying the left side. He's got room. He dances through a little hole. He's going to get out across the 45. Christian Dungy, he's the tackler, and there's a flag coming late from the back judge, Gabe Mild. The gain was out to the 48.
Yeah, and it looked like there'll be yardage tacked on after that. It was between the 2 players blocking each other and just got a little bit too aggressive through the offensive player down. The defensive player did. So another 15 yards tacked on the end of that.
So that 15-yard penalty is going to push the ball into Hornet territory. And Grove City's in business here on their first drive. They're at the 37-yard line of the Hornets.
So after the 7.5-yard gain by Stukio.
So Gavin Purdy now, the running back, trips out to the left, 1 receiver out to the right. Give it to Purdy. He's going for the left side, and he breaks a tackle. He's got room. He's going to get down inside the 20. He'll be cut down by Christian Dungy at around the 15-yard line, and Grove City's in the red zone.
And Purdy with a great run there, just a simple stretch run to the left, and he's able to make the defender miss and get the edge and get the yards needed. And Purdy's really been the electric runner for them this year, 6.2 yards per carry on the season.
And they're going fast here. Now they're going to take a break, but they have Stukio back at running back. Ball's placed at the 14. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Stukio has the ball. He's dancing. He makes a couple guys miss. Dante Evans has him, and they get some cleanup there at the end by Cavante Miller and Jackson Schneider. But that's another good gain. It should be down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So far, you see a lot of Hickory defenders kind of swiping at the ball, and they need to do a little bit better job at trying to wrap them up more than just going for the ball.
Homan in the shotgun. Stukio is the back. Stucchio has it again. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, Michael Risfe, and he falls forward down near the 5-yard line. And that should be close to a first down. He might be a little short. They're going to mark him down at the 6. Looks like the line to gain is the 4 for a first down. So it'll be 3rd and 2.
From the 6-yard line.
And now we have Purdy back as the back. He's got the ball. He cuts it up the middle. He's near the end zone. And he's in for the Grove City touchdown. So Grove City, who has started slowly the last few weeks, has turned that around and put it in the end zone on their first possession with 4:53 to go in the first quarter of play. And they take an early lead, 6-0 over the Hornets.
That was a great vision there from Purdy. As looked like it was designed up the middle, and he just took it left. A lot of times you see Hickory, they follow Evans, and he's a key in their runs. But for Grove City, you see number 77, Carson Heckathorn, the senior, 6'6", 280, and Purdy just ran behind him for that touchdown.
So Lucas Kelly's kick is up. They said Stucchio was the kicker, but 99 is the person that was in there who made that kick. So that's 7-0 with 4:53 to go, and we'll be back after these commercial messages.
Have you thought to yourself, the weather info on my smartphone doesn't tell me much? Then give Time and Temperature a call. Time and Temp has been around for decades, but not like this. Time, temp, and the forecast quickly and accurately. Then you can get on with your day. In the Shenango Valley, 347-7751. Greenville, 588-2300. Grove City, 458-5800. Save it in your contacts for easy dialing.
Hi, this is Dr. John Mahinas from the Community Counseling Center of Mercer County. We here at the Community Counseling Center are wishing the Hickory Hornets all the best in the coming year. May it be filled with success, teamwork, and memorable moments. Go Hornets!
Back here, Friday Night PA, after that last Grove City score, starts them off on the scoreboard 7-0 here at Forker Field against the Hickory Hornets.
So deep to receive this kickoff again are Dungy and Morrison. Stucchio kicked off last time. It was Lucas Kelly who kicked the extra point. And it looks like it's Stucchio set to kick off again. They have a bunch of 4 people sitting around the 20-yard line to see if they're going to try that pooch punt. And now they break out. The other up back is number 21. Is that Dylan Gardner? No, Logan Bromley, who has played running back here for the Hornets. See what Stucchio does. It's a little pooch kick again. It bounces at the 35, picked up on the run. Guard lock again, gets it out across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and that's where the Hornets will start. Good field position. It's not a touchdown, but good field position.
Yeah, again, Grove City being very cautious on those kickoffs. Don't want to be beat on the kickoff return. Decide to just do a little squib up the middle, and you do have the possibility of almost like a onside in a way if you get a lucky bounce, but Hickory able to just pick it up and bring it up to past the 40.
Andres Navarro on the stop on that kickoff return. So now let's see what the Hornets do on their second offensive possession. You got Peterson and Evans out to the left. Guard lock to the right. Morrison now goes in motion to the right, cuts back to the left, pooch pass. And he's hit again in the backfield, and it's the same player making the play, Tanner Mong. He must be shadowing Morrison, and he's made 2 tremendous stops here early in the game. The 6'4", 185-pound junior, and that's a loss of 6. Make it 7. So it'll be 2nd and 17.
Yeah, some trickery from Hickory, and Dante Evans not able to pick up that block on the reverse, and a great play from Mong.
Dungy again in the shotgun. Rolling to his right. Looking down the field. He's complete to guard lock. He's up the sideline. He makes a move. He gets across the 50. He's going to be near the first down marker where he was forced out of bounds unless he stepped out earlier. And they're going to say he was stepped out of bounds at the Hornet 49. So that'll bring up 3rd and 3.
It's a very important play for that Hickory offense, though, just to get a little bit of yards. And make it more manageable and give them the chance to at least run it here.
Well, I think what they're looking at is Grove City was stacking up the box, and so they quick pitch outside the box, and there was room to run. So we have Gardlock and Evans out to the right. Peterson out to the left on the wide side of the field. Morrison sitting on the right side of Dungy. He gets the ball. And there's another flag, and he breaks through, and he makes a move inside the 40, and he's dragging tacklers inside the 35. But Larry Hawthorne threw a flag.
Yeah, great run from Morrison, and I was honestly waiting for him to probably break it there, as we've seen so many times where there'll be a holding penalty and they'll break it, but I think that actually was picked up there. So
there is a flag on the ground, and Hawthorne's going back to retrieve it at the 42. It must have been against Grove City, and so Hornets will take the gain down to the 34 on the Kelvin Morrison run, and a fresh set of downs. And we have Dungy working out of the shotgun, Morrison staying in at running back. Gardlock out to the left, Peterson, or out to the right, Peterson to the left. Give it to Morrison, straight up the gut, big hole, makes a move at the 25. And what a cut at the 20. He's going for the far corner, and he's going to get into the end zone. Kelvin Morrison, 34 yards. What a run by the superstar junior running back for the Hornets.
Yeah, what a run indeed. Morrison hasn't had the greatest start to the game, but great run there as he just kind of ran up the middle, and a few defenders were on him. He kind of stuttered and able to cut back to the right side of the field and score there for the touchdown. And
he planted that left foot at the 21 and left him on the dust. Yeah. Callum Dara in to attempt the extra point. Will Hosek the snapper. Marzair Gardlock is the holder. Good snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 3:22 to go in the first quarter of play, we have a score knotted at 7 here in Grove City. And we'll be back after these commercial messages.
At Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, we're making a difference in our community every day. From great rates on savings and checking to mortgage loans where we turn home buyers into home owners and auto loans that fit your life. We're here for you. With a credit union loan that fits your needs, budget, and lifestyle, we'll be your partner working side by side, helping you succeed. Visit us in Hermitage or Sharon and see why so many trust Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union. Making a difference in our community.
Hi, this is Tammy Calderwood from Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Welcome back to Friday Night PA here on a Thursday night. We have the Grove City Eagles just conceded that last drive to Kelvin Morrison, no other than Kelvin Morrison, with the long touchdown run, and set the kickoff here for Hickory is Callum Daroff.
Deep to receive for the Eagles, I see Levi Toth, and Charlie Miller. Let's see if the Hornets do the same thing and do the pooch kick. Dara kind of took over the kickoff duties last game until he got shaken up in about the fourth quarter. That's a deep kick. Toth, it bounces off him into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. So that'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Goes into the end zone.
And watching Dara kick off, you're wondering why the Hornets didn't do that all season. He's been kicking it deep into the 10-yard line. Not that Jamarian Husband was doing a bad job, but that's a pretty good leg that Callum Dara's showing.
Yeah, it makes you think maybe there was a lingering injury or something that maybe wasn't spoken about. But
well, he's a soccer player primarily for Hickory. He's a varsity soccer player, and I understand a pretty good one. All right, so Grove City comes out. They're going to come out with two receivers wide on each side. Running back looks to be Stukio. He gets the ball, and there's Dante Evans, and they're going to meet him in the backfield. Evans, Bryson Applegarth, and Kevonte Miller, but Evans almost was there for the handoff, and that'll be a loss back to the 18, so only a loss of 1. He fought his way back. Quickly to the line are the Eagles. Two receivers out to the right side, nobody to the left. Homan in the shotgun. He's got Stukio alongside. Same play. He's looking for a hole. He'll get to the line, and he's going to fight his way forward out to the 23, maybe the 24. Jackson Schneider there, along with Matthew Myers and Bryson Applegarth. And that'll be a gain of 5 and bring up 3rd and 6. And so far, Grove City's been running the ball very effectively against this Hornet defense.
Yeah, Hickory's been a little bit more stout on this drive, maybe making some adjustments after that first drive.
Hornets have 3 down linemen. They're looking to blitz right up the gut, and they have Evans looking like he's coming on the left side. Back to pass. He's got pressure. Dante Evans had his hand out, didn't get him. Homan lowers his shoulder and drives himself forward, and Bryson Applegarth with him, and he's going to get out across the 30 for a first down. Nice job by Heath Homan, the freshman. He just lowered his shoulder and pushed Bryson Applegarth back 3 yards.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays where Hickory's for sure missing those defensive players. That probably would have been Jaden Phillips or Borowitz there, and I'm sure he's not going to lower his shoulder against them.
So this time they give it to the second back, and he's got room to move, and that's Gavin Purdy. And there's a flag on the play, and that's in the area of holding. He had a big hole there. Let me see. We have a little delay in our video, so I can see it here. Oh, yeah. The block in the back was around the 34-yard line, right as the guy was coming up to fill the hole. So that'll move him back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
And that penalty really wasn't needed at all, and you can see it, and kind of just unnecessary, but look to bounce back after that as it sets up a 1st and 10 now.
So 1st and 20 from the 22-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left of Homan. He's working out of the shotgun. He's got Purdy in the backfield, and they do a pitch to Todd, and he's getting around the left side. Oh, the ball's in the air, and I think it's caught in the midair by one of the Grove City players. So they will get a few yards out of that, about 4 or 5. Well, make it 4. It'll be 2nd and 16.
Yeah, and since Toth fumbled, and I think it was the other player, number 11, returned it.
Jimmy Cooper.
Jimmy Cooper, he gets credited with the yards.
Okay, so it'll be 2nd and 16, the ball at the 25, and a timeout Hickory. So as they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout with 1:30 to go in the first quarter, and the score knotted at 7.
Sharon Regional Health System is celebrating a new chapter, proudly serving the healthcare needs of our community. We have a renewed dedication and unwavering commitment to deliver the highest standard of care that you've come to know and expect. This means reinvesting in our employees, our physicians, and the essential medical technologies needed to provide exceptional care to you and your family. Sharon Regional Health System, continuing the legacy of healthcare in our community. Learn more at SharonRegionalHealthSystem.org.
Looking for a timeless treasure? Discover the magic of King's Jewelry, a family-owned gem since 1914. We're excited to announce our brand new location at 2220 East State Street in Hermitage. Whether it's an engagement ring, a special gift, or a stunning statement piece, our expert jewelers are here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Join us for our grand opening. Enjoy exclusive offers and discover why generations have trusted King's Jewelry for the most cherished moments.
King's Jewelry, celebrating love for over 100 years.
All right, they're back, and they're going to have a tight formation on the left side. 2 H-backs. Rolling out to his left is Homan. He's looking to run, and he's got a little hole. He makes a little cut, and he'll be tackled from behind as he gets up by the 30. Cavante Miller on the stop.
Yeah, it looked like it was a design rollout to the left there, and with no one open, Homan decided to call his own number, run it to the left, and eventually brought down from behind from a host of Hickory defenders. Sets up a 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 10 from the 31-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right. Pull a man in motion from left to right. Tight end back to pass is Homan. He's going to flip it out to the left side by Purdy. He's going to get across the 35 and out to around the 37, almost the 38. Matthew Myers there on the stop, along with Will Hosick, and that'll bring up 4th and 3, and they're going to send out the punting unit.
Yeah, that was a great job by Myers. He was one-on-one with Purdy, and Homan just decided to check it down out of the backfield to the flat, and he was just forced back in field from the defender, and then the rest of his teammates were able to eventually bring him down, forcing that 4th down.
Galathian Bones into punt. Kelvin Morrison deep to receive. He gets the punt off. It's a low liner to the left. Morrison picks it up at the 25. He's going to try to go to the right. He makes a stiff arm. He gets across the 30, and he's going to be tackled there, and there's a flag coming from way downtown. And the tackle was made by Luke Gamble, number 4. 2 flags on the play. So the ball's at the 32 for now. Let's see what the penalty is.
That was also the end of the quarter here, so we'll get that situated as they switch sides, and we'll come back after these messages.
Hi, this is Mike Joanno from the Joanno Legal Group, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Warehouse Sales is your fishing gear destination, including PA fishing licenses, lures, lines, and more. Visit us on Facebook for daily deals or take the short drive to Sharon, PA today. Hard to find parts and accessories for any job, indoor and out. From gardening to gearheads, pest control to plumbing, we're Warehouse Sales. Chances are if we don't have it, you don't need it. Take aim. Warehouse Sales now carries Pennsylvania hunting licenses, plus hunting blinds, trail cameras, outdoor accessories, and more. Warehouse Sales in Sharon, PA.
Nobody plans to get hurt at work, and when I did, I had no idea what to do. So I called the Joanno Legal Group.
The insurance companies have attorneys on call. You deserve to have one too. You deserve to know your rights, and you deserve to have answers to all your questions. Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. There's no fee unless we settle your case or have to fight to protect your benefits. Please visit us at joannolegalgroup.com or call us toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Back live in the second quarter here of Friday Night PA. Kevin Davis with Mike Joanno as Grove City just punted to Hickory, and we had a penalty. I think it was a peel back block they'd called on Hickory, so that pushes them back even further here, sets up at the 15.
Yeah, that penalty occurred at the 30. I saw our little replay. It was definitely a penalty on the backside of the Hickory punt return team. So Hickory will start deep in their own territory with trips out to the left side of Dungy. Morrison is the running back. Dungy in the shotgun. Fakes it to Morrison. Flips it out to Gardlock at the 15, over the 20. Spins across the 25 and out near the 30. He'll be stopped at the 29-yard line, and that's a gain of 14 and a first down for the Hornets. I had trouble seeing who the tackler was. I thought it was Jimmy Cooper, but I might not be correct. Quick to the line of scrimmage. Again, trips out to the left side. Morrison on the right side of Dungy, and now they'll back off and get adjustments from the sidelines. Dungy working out of the shotgun. They'll switch Morrison on his left side. And Dungy's running it to the left, and he's got some room around the edge. He's going to get across the 30, out to around the 34, maybe the 35-yard line, and he goes out of bounds there. Is there a flag on the play? It would be one of the few. We haven't seen one. No, there's a player down.
Looked like there was a big hit at the end of that play. I can't see who it was.
Christian Dungy is on his knees on the sideline.
Yeah, I saw the replay of that play, and it didn't look like he really got hit that hard, but kind of fell maybe a little awkwardly. And with that break on the field, we'll take a break here in the booth. Back after these messages.
You grew up knowing you could do anything. As a soldier in the U.S. Army, you'll test your limits and feel the pride of doing things you never thought possible. From working with computers, assisting physicians, or fixing helicopters, there's a job that's right for you. And those who qualify can get up to a $50,000 enlistment bonus for certain jobs. You'll earn money for college while learning how to be a team leader as you become part of a team. To find out more, visit us during a football game or go to goarmy.com. Be all you can be. Paid for by the United States Army.
Hi, this is Steve Sherman of Sherman Funeral Home and Cremation Service, and you're listening to High School Football on FridayNightPA.com.
So it was Christian Dungy on the sideline. He was up on his own power. The Hornets called a timeout, and it looks like they are going to go with kind of a dual wildcat back there. Bryson Applegarth and Kelvin Morrison now both in the backfield.
think Dungy's actually back in, and it was a smart timeout from Hickory with calling it. They're able to bring him back in the game.
No, he's not there. It's Morrison. Morrison is now the quarterback, and he's got it. He's going to go himself, spins off a tackler at the 40, and falls forward out to around the 42-yard line. Jimmy Cooper on the stop tripped him up, but that'll be a first down. And now Christian Dungy started to come back on the field and goes back off again. So I think they liked what they saw out of this formation, and they're going to see what they got here. You got both running backs, Applegarth and Kelvin Morrison, in the backfield. One receiver out wide to the right. Two up backs on the left, one receiver tight to the left and an up back. Morrison working as the quarterback. He keeps it himself, and he's got some room. He gets across the 45, and he's going to try to get around the corner, and he'll just lower his shoulder and dive forward and get out near the 48-yard line. Is that Delathian Bones holding on for dear life and bringing him down? Good tackle by Delathian Bones. But it'll be a gain of 6. Almost 7. Let's make it 6. 2nd and 4, and Christian Dungy comes in.
Yeah, Delathian Bones, one of those disruptors on the Grove City defense. He comes in today, 7 tackles per game and 6 tackles for loss on the season. So don't want to see him in the backfield.
Stalwart for them for a number of years. Dungy back in. He's working out of the shotgun. Gives it to Morrison. He spins off of one tackler, and he's going to fling himself into Grove City territory to the 45. They might give him the 44, and that'll move the sticks at the Grove City 44.
Good job from Morrison there. Just simply takes up the middle, does a pirouette in the middle of the hole, and able to elude the defense, and picks up the first down.
So Jamarian Husband in a receiver. He's out wide to the left. One receiver out to the right is Gardlock. Morrison comes up alongside Dungy. We have 2 tight ends. They're going to be Evans and Ristvay. And they give it to Morrison again. He spins off one tackler, but he can't get away from the second tackler. And guess who? Tanner Mong. He's been a thorn in Kelvin Morrison's side, but he'll fall forward for a yard and make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, he's done a good job so far, keeping his eyes on the backfield and able to tell who's getting the ball. Dungy's really effective with that read option. Tries to fool the defense, and this time gives it to Morrison, but Mong able to key in on that and bring him down.
Husband and Gardlock are the 2 receivers out to the left. Evans, a tight end, to the right. Dungy rolling to his left. He's going to fling it out, and it's complete. Caught by Gardlock. He gets across the 35 and driven back there.
He's complete to Gardlock. He's tackled aggressively.
I think it was Cooper or Mong. And that'll be a gain. They're going to mark him down at the 35, so it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Hornets send in Matthew Myers as a tight end. It looks like they might go with a 3 tight end set here. So you got Ristvay, Myers, and Evans all as tight ends. Morrison, the running back. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. One receiver out to the left is Gardlock, working out of the shotgun. And Dungy's taking it himself to the left. He's going to have the first down, and he slides up to around the 30-yard line and goes out of bounds there, and that'll move the chains one more time.
That was a great job from number 58 for Hickory, Adam Tonti, as he was able to get that edge for Dungy on the left side, and Dungy able to take the space and get the first down.
Yeah, I like the play call too, because you also had Dante Evans out there, and he's just been knocking bodies around lately, and him and Tonti cleared the path for the first down. So they're going to go with a similar formation here. Dante Evans is the up back, and he throws a big block at the corner, and Kelvin Morrison gets around. He's going down the sideline. He'll be forced out of bounds at around the 14-yard line. And that is Andres Navarro who forces him out, but another first down for the Hornets, and they're going to be inside the Reinhardt's red zone, carrying something over from the high school games, and they're at the 14-yard line. And it looks like a similar formation, except they have Gardlock out wide to the right, and there's penalty flags raining down on the field. And that's usually against the Hornets.
Yeah, if there's been one knock on the Hornets so far in this first half, it has to be the penalties. Taken far too many penalties. I think counting about 5 already in this first half. So trying to clean it up as this game goes on.
Well, that'll make it 1st and 15 from the 19-yard line. They can get a first down at the 4. Husband in at wide receiver along with Gardlock. Dante Evans is staying in at tight end, along with Michael Risve, and they're both stacked on the right side of the line. Calvin Morrison is the running back. Dungy working out of the shotgun. He's got the ball, gives it to Morrison. No, he keeps it, and he's bouncing it to the left. He's going to be over somebody. He leapt over the defender down near the 5-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 6. He went airborne on that. So that'll be a gain of, let's give them, well, they're going to mark him down outside the 6.
Yeah, it looked like it was a good job from Tanner Mong again, as he was going to be there for Morrison, and Dungy sees him. He decides to take it himself and eventually leaps over the defender for the first down.
No, not a first down. 2nd and, let's say, 3. I think they have to get to the 4. I think it's actually closer to 2 yards to go. Dungy in the shotgun. This time he keeps it himself. He's going right up the gut. He's going to get to around the 5. Wrapped up there by Andres Navarro and Jordan Gamble. So I think it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Hickory running out another tight end here on the field as they look to try to power forward for this first down.
15 seconds on the play clock, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Score knotted at 7, and the Hornets are inside the 10-yard line at Grove City. Give it to Morrison. He's going on the left side. He's going to get into the end zone. Kelvin Morrison in for the Hornet touchdown, his 2nd of the evening. Let's see who they had over there. Again, Dante Evans and Michael Risve, tight formation with their tight ends, cleared the path, and that'll bring Callum Darragh in to attempt the extra point with Will Hosek, the snapper, and Marzair Gardlock, the holder.
Yeah, and you saw the edge for Grove City. He decided to take the inside lane on the offensive lineman, and the offensive lineman was happy for that to happen as Morrison broke outside and gave him the lane for that touchdown.
Another flag on a extra point for the Hornets. This time it goes against the Hornets, so that'll move them back 5 yards and make it a 25-yard extra point. Hornets lead 13-7 with 6:26 to go here in the first half of play.
And they've had a good answer here after going down early, 7-0. Now pending the extra point, up 7.
Will Hosek's snap is good. Gardlock's down, and the kick is blocked. So it'll be a 6-point game. That penalty could loom large in this football game. So we'll be back after these commercial messages to bring you the rest of the first half of play.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire. We know how valuable your time is, so we've made it fast, easy, and affordable to buy tires. There's 3 easy ways to purchase tires from Flynn's. First, just drive in, because Flynn's will get you in right now. No appointment necessary. The second option, give us a call and we'll help you select and reserve the perfect tire for you. The third option, save time and buy online at flynnstire.com. It's that easy. Just drive in and Flynn's will get you in right now.
And tell them Finney sent you.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. You're listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Welcome to Friday Night PA here. Back, Kevin Davis with Mike Joanno after that recent Hickory score put them ahead on the scoreboard 14-7 here at Forker Field.
So we have Charlie Miller and Levi Toth back to receive the kickoff. And it looks like it is Callum Darragh set to kick off for the Hornets. So the Eagles go up with a very impressive first drive, 7-0, but Calvin Morrison has brought the Hornets back with 2 touchdowns himself, one in each quarter. Dara sets the kick. And he's going to kick it deep. It's going towards Toth. And it's going to be touched, and it's still in play at the 4. Toth is now running. He gets away from the first wave. If he gets out, it could be dangerous, but he'll be cut down there. I think it's Bryson Applegarth who will make the tackle. And they'll start deep in their own territory. And we have an officials conference over there by the 11 or 12-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark him down to start this.
Turned out to be a perfect kick there by Daroff. I think if the returner would have been out of bounds and then touched the ball, it would have been counted as a kick out of bounds, but he was in bounds and touched it, so that's why it stayed in bounds. And also another penalty on Grove City on top of that.
It looked like an illegal substitution call. I don't know how that happens, but that's going to move him back to the 5. But it'll be 1st and 15. So I don't know how you get an illegal substitution right after the kickoff, but that's the flag. So they got 2 receivers out to the left of Homan. The running back is Stuckey. Well, Purdy's there. He got a direct snap that time. He gets out across the 5 near the 8-yard line. Dante Evans and Luke Lewis there to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 7. Yeah, they moved it back. It wasn't 1st and 15. It was 1st and 10.
Yeah, trying to get just any space for that Grove City offense as they try to run it there with Purdy and give Homan some space to pass it.
So they had Purdy and Stuckey both in there that time. And it's a direct snap to Purdy, and he's hit in the backfield. Matthew Myers and Cavante Miller. Might be no gain, might be a loss of 1. Maybe he'll put it at the 8. So 3rd and 7 from the 8. They have to get out to the 15.
Yeah, Purdy tried a fake pitch to the left and then took it up the middle himself, but Cavante Miller for Hickory was not fooled at all and keyed in on Purdy and brought him down for that short gain.
So they're going to put 2 receivers out to the right. Homan is the quarterback. Stuckey is the running back. He's looking to his left. He's going to do a quick pass to Stuckey. He falls down back around the 2 or 3 yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd and long and a short end zone to punt for DeLathan Bones.
Yeah, that was a really risky play there for Grove City as it was close to a lateral there. It looked to be just a little bit forward as the quarterback backed up, but still kind of playing with fire there and tripped up inside the 5 there.
And Calvin Morrison sitting at the Grove City 34 awaiting this punt from DeLathan Bones. Low snap. He got a line drive off. Lucky it didn't get blocked, but it's going to get out almost to the 40-yard line. So great job by DeLathan Bones to get that punt off. And it's going to be a 39-yard punt because I think they were 38-yard punt because they were back on the 2. It was a low snap, and the Hornets were coming after it. He got that punt off. That's congratulations to DeLathan Bones there.
Yeah, and I saw in the pregame stats that Grove City actually had a block punt on the season, so wasn't sure if we were going to see one of those tonight, and almost did on the Hickory side.
All right, so the Hornets start inside Grove City territory with 4:15 to go in the first half. They have 1 timeout remaining. They'll put Jamarian Husband out wide to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Dungy in the shotgun. Just give it to Morrison. He breaks through, but couldn't break away from big number 75, Gamble. Jordan Gamble will bring the tackler for a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. So Evans and Gardlock are out to the left. Husband out to the right. Dungy in the shotgun. Gives it to Morrison. He's dancing. He backs up. He's being chased. Mong going after him. He somehow gets a turn the corner, and he'll get a few positive yards on that.
And another flag, though.
And a flag.
think it might be another block behind there. It's hard on these offensive linemen when Morrison goes up the middle and then decides to take it all the way back. Sometimes you don't know which way he's going, and then that leads to a block in the back or a hold, and see it right there for that Hickory offense.
Have a hold.
So that 10-yard penalty will move it back to the 43 and make it second and let's call it 12.
Second down and 12.
Clock continues to run at 3:37 to go in the first half. As does the play clock. The Hornets are still figuring out who's going to come out. So this time they have trips out to the right with 11 seconds to go on the play clock. Peterson, Gardlock, and Husband. Morrison is the running back. Dungy in the shotgun. And they're going to have to burn their last time out. And we'll be back after these commercial messages.
You grew up knowing you could do anything. As a soldier in the U.S. Army, you'll test your limits and feel the pride of doing things you never thought possible. From working with computers, assisting physicians, or fixing helicopters, there's a job that's right for you. And those who qualify can get up to a $50,000 enlistment bonus for certain jobs. You'll earn money for college while learning how to be a team leader as you become part of a team. To find out more, visit us during a football game or go to goarmy.com. Be all you can be. Paid for by the United States Army.
Hi, this is Tammy Calderwood from Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Welcome back to Friday Night PA here. Kevin Davis with Mike Joanno, as there's just about 3 minutes left here in the first half between the Hornets and the Eagles. Hornets leading on the scoreboard 14-7 and driving for another score.
So they're going to start second and 12 here with trips out again to the right. Morrison on the left side of Dungy, who's working out of the shotgun, and Dante Evans, the tight end, is tight to the left side. You know, they haven't run that post pattern with him on the left side. I might not be surprised to see it this time, and they're going to put Morrison in the pattern. He's out wide to the left. And now Dungy's back to pass. He's got pressure, and there was the seam pass to Evans, but it was a little low, and he couldn't get to it. He was open if the pass was up. So that'll bring up 3rd and 12, and it stops the clock with 3:15 to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, the window was there for Dungy to Evans, and that window was really there from that effectiveness from Dungy and Morrison's running threat. Dungy lined up in the backfield by himself, and the linebackers, you can still see him looking at Dungy right away as they're kind of wondering if he's going to just take it himself up the middle, and they eventually drop back, not far enough to cover Evans, but the ball falls incomplete, sets up 3rd down.
And you're in potential 2-down territory if you can pick up positive yardage here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Kelvin Morrison get the ball. But Dungy's back to pass. He's going deep. He's got a receiver screaming up the middle, and I think it was Marzer Gardlock who was trying to come up with it. He laid out. He's still on the ground. It probably knocked the wind out of himself.
Yeah, he had it as well off his hands. Can't see missing the replay on that, but off his hands, and yeah, it's still down, but hopefully we'll be fine. And with that break on the field, we'll take a break here in the booth. Back after these messages.
Warehouse Sales is your fishing gear destination, including PA fishing licenses, lures, lines, and more. Visit us on Facebook for daily deals or take the short drive to Sharon, PA today. Hard to find parts and accessories for any job, indoor and out. From gardening to gearheads, pest control to plumbing, we're Warehouse Sales. Chances are if we don't have it, you don't need it. Take aim. Warehouse Sales now carries Pennsylvania hunting licenses, plus hunting blinds, trail cameras, outdoor accessories, and more. Warehouse Sales in Sharon, PA.
Hi, this is Dr. John Mahinas from the Community Counseling Center of Mercer County. We here at the Community Counseling Center are wishing the Hickory Hornets all the best in the coming year. May it be filled with success, teamwork, and memorable moments. Go Hornets!
Hi, this is Jim McCluskey, founder of McCluskey Showcase Kitchens and Baths, and you're listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
So the Hornets are going to punt, and they've got Luke Lewis, the All-State offensive lineman, in to do the punting. And deep to receive, it looks like Chris Miller, or Charles Miller.
And another penalty there on the Hickory Hornets. The 3rd false start of the half, and just too many penalties, and move them back another 5 here.
And the Hornets have been doing better controlling the penalties this season, but boy, they've had a lot of laundry on the carpet against them so far in this game. So the ball now placed at the 48-yard line, and Lewis gets the snap. And he's going to punt it down towards Charlie Miller, who fair catches it, and the ball's out. And there's a scrum over at the 15-yard line. I think Miller got the ball back, and he did. So that'll give the Eagles another opportunity here late in the first half. The ball placed just outside the 15-yard line. Hornets don't have any timeouts left. The Eagles have a full complement of 3. And Homan has done a good job throwing the ball this year. We haven't seen it yet in this game, but we might see it right now. So they're going to put 2 receivers in the pattern. Toth out to the left. It looks like it's Miller out to the right. Stucchio is the running back, working out of the shotgun. And they give it to Stucchio. He's looking for some room to move, and Luke Lewis swallows him up at the line of scrimmage and flings him down for little to no gain. And that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, good play by Luke Lewis, and I think it's worth mentioning as well on that last punt. It was a great punt by him, as it gave the defense a great time to get down and make the returner bobble the ball, and another great play there on defense.
2 receivers out to the left. They give it to Stucchio. He's trying the right side. He gets to the line of scrimmage. He's fighting forward. Who's holding on for dear life there? Matthew Myers. He's tenacious. And that gain will be out to around the 17-yard line, and it'll bring up, or the 22-yard line, excuse me, and it'll bring up third, and let's call it 4.
Yeah, Stucchio does a great job of just keeping his legs moving on that play, able to drive forward for the extra yards.
So now they have Purdy in the backfield. 2 receivers are out to the right. Receiver or tight end up as an H-back to the left, and they'll put him in motion over from left to right. Homan pitches it to Purdy. He's trying the right side. He's going to get some yardage, and he'll get the first down. Cavante Miller and Jackson Snyder there to make the tackle. But that's a fresh set of downs for Grove City, and they have it now out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 1:37 to go in the first half of play. They'll put it at the 32. Hand it to Stucchio again. And Luke Lewis, or is that Purdy? Luke Lewis swallowed him up. Cavante Miller came in to help out, so that'll be a gain of, let's call it 2. And a timeout by the Eagles, so we'll take one more commercial break and be back after these messages.
This is Rod Jones. On behalf of Jones Performance Products, we wish all sports a healthy and safe year. We are located in West Middlesex, PA, and are the leading manufacturers of semi-truck hoods and the home to truck rods, custom hoods. Visit our website at jonesperformance.com.
Ready for that kitchen upgrade? Hi, this is Jim from McCluskey Showcase Kitchens and Baths in New Wilmington, where we bring your vision to life with expert design, premium cabinetry, and a team that treats your home like their own. From custom design to complete renovation, we handle it all. Visit lookatmykitchen.com to explore our work and schedule your consultation. That's lookatmykitchen.com, where experience meets design.
This is Mike Lysak from Warehouse Sales, and you're listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
All right, well, back here in Grove City, 2nd and 7. They have one running back, and that's Stucchio. He's got the ball. He's going to run into a wall as he gets across the 35 to around the 37. Jackson Snyder there, Luke Lewis, and Will Hosick. So it'll be a gain. Let's give them 2. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Clock continues to run at 1:04 to go in the first half of play. One receiver out way to the left, Levi Toth. He's the one who went the distance against Sharon last week. And they're going to throw it out to Toth. And he drops the ball at the 45. So that'll stop the clock, bring up 4th down. There's a 53 seconds. Let's see if they go for it, if they're going to punt it.
It'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, just a simple slant route that time to Toth, and he just saw the host of Hickory defenders coming on him and was trying to think about what move he was going to make before collecting that ball, and it just eventually fell to the ground, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So the Hornets are going to get the ball back with a little under a minute to go, and Delathian Bones is in to punt. Morrison is deep to receive. High snap, he corrals it, gets a good punt off. Morrison comes up and takes it at the 28, makes a nice move there, and he's on a full sprint. He gets to the 50, he's bouncing it outside, he's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 10. Calvin Morrison for the Hornet touchdown.
27-yard line and takes it to the house.
That was tremendous. 71 yards.
What a play there from Morrison, just doing it himself here tonight. This time on the punt return, takes it from the middle of the hashes, about the 30-yard line, and sets it up the middle, and then breaks left, and no defender is able to bring him down. As he about the 35-yard line, you kind of knew he was going to break it, and he does it.
He pulled away coming down that sideline. And it was, again, he planted that right foot as he got to around the 40-yard line here, or maybe closer to the 50, and left everybody in their dust.
Yeah,
so it looks like the Hornets are going to go for 2. You got Christian Dungy in there, 3 seconds to go. They're going to look, and he's rolling. He's got a receiver over to the left, and does Dante Evans pull it in? Dante Evans for the 2-point conversion, so that'll push the score out to 21-7 with 37.7 seconds to go in the first half of play. And we'll be back after these commercial messages.
The Sherman Funeral Home and Cremation Service congratulates the athletes, band members, coaches, and parents on their season. Owned and operated by Steve Sherman and son Steve, we personally handle all aspects of your loved one's service. It is our honor to serve you with a wide range of services and ceremonies. Best of luck tonight from the Sherman Funeral Home and Sherman family. Sherman Funeral Home located on Highland Road in Hermitage.
This is Ben Bissett from Ben Bissett Chevrolet, and you're listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Back here live from Friday Night PA after that recent long score punt return from Kelvin Morrison. He just makes it look so easy on that 70-yard punt return, and I just wonder too what other sports he may play, because the way he moves so well, I think he would just be a great basketball player with some of his moves as well.
He does not play basketball for the Hornets. He concentrates on football. I don't know if he does track. Callum Dara set to kick off. He's going to squib it down the middle of the field, picked up by an upback at the 22, going around to the right side. And that is, I believe, Peyton Miller. And he'll get it out to around the 34-yard line with 31 seconds and 2 timeouts left for Grove City. So there's still plenty of time for Grove City to get down the field. They've got a pretty good field goal kicker.
Yeah, see if how advantageous they get here with Homan at quarterback. Haven't really given him a chance to air it out that much. See you here with 30 seconds.
So Toth comes out wide to the left. And he's back to pass. And he's looking back to the right. And pass was intended for Austin Goethe, incomplete. Stops the clock with 26 seconds, brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the play was kind of there on the far side as receiver was running a comeback route right near the midfield, and ball was placed pretty well but fell incomplete. Sets up 2nd down.
So both receivers come out to the left side. Homan working out of a shotgun. Stucchio is the running back. They'll pull the tight end from the left to the right. Homan back to pass. He's looking to do a screen pass. He completes it to Stucchio. He'll be cut down by Bryson Applegarth at around the 39-yard line. So it's a gain of 5. 13 seconds to go in the half.
The name we haven't said yet tonight for Hickory that I'm sure we were expecting to talk about Jackson Snyder on that last play on the edge. He really sniffed out that play and was close to being an interception, but good play by Homan to evade him with that throw, but brought down and lets the clock expire, as that's the end of the first half here at Forker Field. Hickory Hornets leading 21-7 here. We'll be back with the bands performing at halftime and some halftime thoughts after these messages.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire. We know how valuable your time is, so we've made it fast, easy, and affordable to buy tires. There's 3 easy ways to purchase tires from Flynn's. First, just drive in, because Flynn's will get you in right now. No appointment necessary. The second option, give us a call and we'll help you select and reserve the perfect tire for you. The third option, save time and buy online at flynnstire.com. It's that easy. Just drive in and Flynn's will get you in right now.
And tell them Vinny sent you.
Ready for that kitchen upgrade? Hi, this is Jim from McCluskey Showcase Kitchens and Baths in New Wilmington, where we bring your vision to life with expert design, premium cabinetry, and a team that treats your home like their own. From custom design to complete renovation.
It's a great pleasure to introduce to you the pride of Hermitage, the Hickory Hornet Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Olivia Jones and Daniel Guzik. Student Assistant Director Branson Campbell. Head Majorette Nevaeh Ramsey. Drill Team Captains Julia Missouri and Madison Morris. Flag Line Captain Ellie Farrant. And Assistant Captains Ariana Enoch and Olivia Gargiulo. Tonight, our show opens with a song that's all about fun, funk, and flash. We bring you the electrifying sounds of Bruno Mars and his Grammy-winning hit, 24K Magic. You can't help but move when this song comes on. Get ready for a dose of energy as we bring you the ultimate feel-good track, originally performed by Pharrell Williams, featuring our flag line. Give it up for Happy. that celebrates spectacle and life. From the mind of one of music's most innovative artists, we present All of the Lights by Kanye West. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hickory Hornets Marching Band.
Good evening, Grove City, Pennsylvania. My name is Alexander Holmes. Tonight, I'm here to introduce you to the 2025 Grove City Halftime Program, Back in the Groove. Directly ahead of you, drum majors Arden Anderson and Sophia Swift prepare their band for tonight's performance. Starting us off with back in 1969. In October of that year, Motown Records released a single with their newest group, Five Brothers from Gary, Indiana. Well known acts that the Beatles topped the charts in this highly competitive era for popular music. It wasn't until just after the turn of the century, in January 1970, when the Jacksonville peaked the Billboard Hot 100. Here's the track that did it, the Jackson 5. I want to thank you. 1967, its message of love, connection, and happiness still resonates today. Let the music bring us all a little closer as we feature our dance song with Happy Together. Covered by Ike and Tina Turner in January of 1971. It's time to go rolling on a river with Proud Mary. The band is under the direction of Matthew Prinky. Assistant Director Alex Holmes. Full-time band advisor Abby Wright. Special thanks to Dr. Joe Pagano. With love, Karen Bishop, and the first Andy. Full-time co-captain Joe Stewart, and Howard Maycock. Stand-up co-captains are Warren Martha and Matt Stick. Full-time captains are Wyatt Engineer and Brendan Peterson. The director of the band thanks you for listening.
14. We're excited to announce our brand new location at 2220 East State Street in Hermitage. Whether it's an engagement ring, a special gift, or a stunning statement piece, our expert jewelers are here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Join us for our grand opening, enjoy exclusive offers, and discover why generations have trusted King's Jewelry for the most cherished moments.
King's Jewelry, celebrating love for over 100 years.
Warehouse Sales is your fishing gear destination, including PA fishing licenses, lures, lines, and more. Visit us on Facebook for daily deals or take the short drive to Sharon, PA today. Hard to find parts and accessories for any job, indoor and out. From gardening to gearheads, pest control to plumbing, we're Warehouse Sales. Chances are if we don't have it, you don't need it. Take aim. Warehouse Sales now carries Pennsylvania hunting licenses, plus hunting blinds, trail cameras, outdoor accessories, and more. Warehouse Sales in Sharon, PA.
Nobody plans to get hurt at work, and when I did, I had no idea what to do. So I called the Joanno Legal Group.
The insurance companies have attorneys on call. You deserve to have one too. You deserve to know your rights, and you deserve to have answers to all your questions. Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. There's no fee unless we settle your case or have to fight to protect your benefits. Please visit us at joannolegalgroup.com or call us toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Hi, this is Mike Joanno from the Joanno Legal Group, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Welcome back to Friday Night PA. Here, Kevin Davis with Mike Joanno as we're just about to start the second half here at Forker Field. Hickory Hornets leading 21-7. Have some stats here from the first half. We have Christian Dungy, 5 for 6 passing, 46 yards. Also ran the ball 4 times for about 30 yards. Kelvin Morrison had 13 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also that 70-yard punt return touchdown. And receiving was really just Gardlock had the 4 receptions. So you can really see the chemistry between him and Dungy forming as the season progresses. And on the other side of the ball, we have Gavin Purdy, 4 carries, 42 yards, a touchdown. And then Jonah Stucchio, 6 carries, 35 yards. So CF will give Purdy the ball more on that side of the ball. And I was kind of wondering why they haven't really given him the ball as much. But Purdy is only a freshman this year, so I'm sure they have many years they're hoping to have with him.
Yeah, he's good size, too, 6'1", 190-pound running back. And he took over whenever Stucchio was injured, but Stucchio is the senior at 6', 170, and I thought they ran the ball well, but that was my concern for Grove City. Again, I thought they had a little bit of team speed, but the team speed from Hickory, and let's face it, the big person making the difference today is Kelvin Morrison. What a performance in the first half of play. And you asked, does he play any other sports? The principal, Chris Gill, texted me. He does run track.
Yeah, he just makes it look so easy as he runs out there. Just kind of glides around the defense so many times and hard to bring him down, that's for sure.
Well, and this Hornet team has, even with the injuries, Jaden Phillips, major college recruit, Kelvin Morrison, major college recruit, Dante Evans, major college recruit, Luke Lewis has a chance at maybe MAC play, but is a college recruit. And even Will Hosick, the long snapper, is nationally rated long snapper, 5-star long snapper. Very likely he's going to play in college as well. So when you have that kind of depth, and when you look at who we're just talking about, you had speed players, you had defensive backs, you had linemen. That's pretty good foundation for a team to be able to play solid and consistent football.
Yeah, and I think that what really sets Hickory out, too, is having the differences between classmen, having a lot of variances between senior and underclassmen, and really having a lot of younger players being able to step up and play big roles in their team. We mentioned how good Morrison is. He's only a junior, so it makes me wonder how good he's going to be next year.
As is Jaden Phillips. And you got Christian Dungy, a sophomore, who I expect is going to get some interest to play at the next level as well. Now, one thing we pointed out at the beginning of the game, however, is that Grove City historically has started slow. They've been down at halftime in many of their games, but they've scored substantially more points in the second half, including 60 in the third quarter alone. So they had 113 points in the second half, 60-some points in the first half. So let's not write this game off. This is kind of the script that Grove City's had throughout the year. So who's set up to kick off? Callum Dara is in to kick off. We have Charlie Miller and Levi Toth deep to receive for Grove City as we get ready to start the second half of play. Hickory kicking off, moving left to right on our view, and those watching the video, you'll see that as well. And Dara steps up and boots it deep. Heading it over towards Charlie Miller. Bounce, it gets past him. It's at the 10. He picks it up and gets bowled over immediately there. And that was 24, I believe, Dylan Gardner, the freshman, 5'8", 150, but we've talked about him before. I had that kid in Little League All-Stars. He's got a lot of heart, and he just laid a lick on Charlie Miller. So the Eagles will start deep at their own 11-yard line, the third quarter of play, and they'll come out with two receivers out to the left. Working out of the shotgun is Homan. And as you predicted, Gavin Purdy is the running back. And they pitch it out to the running back coming from left to right. And that's Miller. Charlie Miller coming from his receiver position. Picks up a yard, brings up 2nd and 9. So they tried to get Purdy out there as a lead blocker, but the Hornets sniffed it out. Two receivers left. Tight end tight to the right. This time they give it to Purdy up the gut. He's got a hole, and he breaks one tackle, and he runs over a couple others. Matthew Myers and Jackson Snyder there with Will Hosig to make the stop, but that'll move the chains. That's a gain out to the 21-yard line. Two receivers again left. One receiver to the right, the tight end, and Purdy is the running back. And he is it again. And he runs right into Luke Lewis. That's Colton Bernice, I believe, 71. Swallowed him up, and there'll be little to no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's a unique, too, seeing Purdy without any gloves here. The cold temperatures, something a little bit different here, but he goes out of the game after a little bit discomfort with his arm or hand area.
Yeah, it's a crisp fall evening here in western Pennsylvania. They're going to put one receiver wide on each side of the field. Back to pass. Homan flips it out to Toth. He breaks one tackle. He tries and breaks another, and he'll be forced out of bounds at around the 34, and that'll be enough for a first down. Schneider was the first one to hit him and threw him off balance enough that it knocked him out of bounds. But another first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, great concentration there by Toth as Gardlock was right on his back, and Toth bobbled the ball a little bit, but able to focus and bring it in for that first down.
This time they'll hand it off to Stukio. He's trying the right side, and he spins off one tackler, but he'll be wrapped up there. Big number 74 for the Hornets making the tackle, and that is Amari Gillespie. So, again, a short gain, maybe one. 2nd and 9.
It's up here in the press box.
Stukio, the back, gets the ball. He's trying to bounce it out to the left, and Dante Evans wraps him up, brings him down. No gain, maybe a loss of 1. We'll say no gain. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, normally it's not a good idea to run at Dante Evans' side. And the first drive, Grove City actually had some success running at that side, but Evans has kind of stiffened up his defensive side and brought him down for that loss.
So they're going to come out with two receivers on the near side to the left of Homan. One receiver tight to the right, and that back there as well. They give it to Stukio. He's going to the right side. He's got people dragging behind him. Logan Bromley makes the tackle, but he's going to get out to around the 41, 42, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Yeah, and you're kind of thinking here if they decide to run for it on 3rd and 9, are they going to go for it? And looks like they might, but yeah, Homan looks like he's staying on the field.
Tanner Mong came in as an extra guessing tight end, maybe wide receiver. they list him as a tight end. So they'll put 2 out wide to the right. Tight end working as an up back in front of Homan. No, it goes right to Stukio on a direct snap, and he's going to get out across the 50 down to about the 48. No flags on the play, and that's a first down for the Grove City Eagles.
It was a simple run there from Stukio. He took it up the middle. All the blockers
That was
in front of
Mong.
him.
That was Tanner Mong on that. I thought that might have been him coming in. I heard the announcer say Stukio. Now they'll give it to Stukio, and he's going to be pulled down by Gillespie again. That was a textbook tackle. He grabbed on and did like the alligator roll, and he went right down with him. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Hickory has just such a strong D-line, and that rotation is so hard to manage on that offense. So many fresh bodies coming in and out and able to make the play there.
Stukio is the running back behind Homan. They're going to switch their tight ends from the right side to the left side where the receivers are. And they're going to run to that side. And there's good blocking that time, and he's got a hole. He's going to get to the second level. Schneider and Myers make the stop, but another first down. We've seen a pattern here. 1 yard on first down, 9 or 10 on second or fourth. So they're down inside Hornet territory at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, it's just key to stick with your game plan there, and you can see that Grove City is doing that with that run.
Give it to Stukio on the fake, and they get it out to Toth, and it's incomplete. Marzer Gardlock hit him as the ball got there, and it came free, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A similar play that Grove City ran earlier this drive to Toth. This time, Gardlock's a little bit closer coverage, able to force that ball to fall incomplete. Sets up the 2nd and 10.
You're going to put both receivers out to the right side. Stukio is the back behind the quarterback, Homan. He switches to the right side, as do the tight ends, who are tight to the right side of the line. And Homan pitches it out to Stukio. There's a little bit of room there, and he breaks through, flying through the air over the 40, down near the 36-yard line. They'll probably mark him at the 37. So it'll be 3rd and 2. And there's a player for the Hornets on the ground. It looks like Cavante Miller, and it looks like he might have a cramp. So while they tend to him, we'll take a break, and we'll be back to bring you more action in the third quarter of play. Hickory 21, Grove City 7.
This is Ben Bissett from Ben Bissett Chevrolet. For over 67 years, we've been serving the Mercer County area with quality sales, service, and leasing. Inventory, competitive pricing, and outstanding service, and always a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. And service is open late on Thursday nights and on Saturday mornings for your convenience. Find us at visitchevy.com or stop by on Route 19 just south of Mercer, PA. That's Ben Bissett Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. You're listening to high school football on Friday Night PA.
All right, we're back here at Porker Field, 3rd and 2 at the 27-yard line. They have a tight formation this time. Stukio is the back, Homan working out of the shotgun. Give it to Stukio. He's taking it to the left. And Dante Evans, he shakes the tackle of Evans. He's going to get, I believe, the first down. Luke Lewis will make the tackle. A little help there by Jackson Schneider and Matthew Myers, but that'll move the chains. They're inside the 25 at the 23-yard line.
And so far, Grove City just imposing their will on this drive, running the ball and having great success.
We're now down to 6:24 to go in the third quarter of play. They're going to move their tight ends from the right side to the left where the receivers are, and they're going to work a little pitch play. And Stukio has it, and he'll be hit and dropped there at around the 24-23. Jackson Schneider on the stop. So maybe a gain of 1. No, we'll say no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And you saw a similar play last 2 plays ago, just a power option. That time it was to the left, and a good job from the Hickory defense as the pitch goes to Stukio, and he's brought down after a short gain, or actually no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
He got receivers split, one on each side, wide to the right. And they fake it to Homan. He does a pump and go, trying to go for Toth. And Gardlock did not bite on the pump fake and was able to turn around and knock the ball away with his right hand. And so that'll bring up 3rd and 10. I think that was a great play call. They ran that quick out twice, 3 times so far, that pump. But Gardlock did a good job of keeping his feet and staying with the play.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky play, as obviously you need to bait the defender in, and looked like by the time the defender was running back and they did the pump fake, the defender wasn't even really looking back at the backfield. And great play by Gardlock, staying with the receiver to break that up.
So 3rd and 10, 2 down territory for sure. 2 receivers to the left, up back to the left. Give it to Stucchio, trying to go up the gut. And Luke Lewis says no, just pushing him back with Dante Evans. And so Evans and Lewis on the stop. Little to no gain, and it'll bring up 4th and 10.
That was a group effort there from the Hickory defense. The D-line just caged in Stucchio, and he had nowhere to go and just eventually brought down there. Brings up this 4th and 11 here at about the 20 or 25, close to field goal range, but there is a timeout on the field, so before we return in action, we'll take a timeout here in the booth as Hickory leads 21-7. Back after these messages.
Warehouse Sales is your fishing gear destination, including PA fishing licenses, lures, lines, and more. Visit us on Facebook for daily deals or take the short drive to Sharon, PA today. Hard to find parts and accessories for any job, indoor and out. From gardening to gearheads, pest control to plumbing, we're Warehouse Sales. Chances are, if we don't have it, you don't need it. Take aim. Warehouse Sales now carries Pennsylvania hunting licenses, plus hunting blinds, trail cameras, outdoor accessories, and more. Warehouse Sales in Sharon, PA.
Hi, this is Tammy Calderwood from Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Back live at Friday Night PA here as Hickory leads on the scoreboard 21-7, but Grove City is looking to make a dent in the score here, driving and looking to break that pylon.
So they're facing a 4th and 10, called timeout with 5:01 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. I think if my math is correct, there's been 3 incomplete passes thrown this game, which is why we're almost to the end of the 3rd quarter of play, and it's only 8:30, an hour and a half for football. Oh, they're going to go with the swinging gate play. They brought this out against Hickory years ago. Homan back to pass. He's going to look to his right. He's got single coverage. Hickory had a defender playing back there, but there's a flag, and that might be a roughing the passer call. If there is,
yeah, has to be that.
Roughing the passer, that's going to give Grove City a 1st down.
And that was Dante Evans there running around the edge, just wasn't able to contain himself there and brought up down the throw of the ball, and looked like it was a decent pass there to the deep right side of the field. It did fall incomplete though in the end, but that penalty keeps the drive rolling.
Yeah, it might have been Matthew Myers with a little bit late on the hit, so now Grove City gets a second chance at life here. 2 receivers to the left. They'll put a tight end in motion out to the left. Stucchio is going to get the pitch. He's going to his left. He's hit by Evans and
Schneider and Evans on the stop.
Colton Bernice. So a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Ball placed at the 12-yard line. Make that to the 11. It's hard to tell here. It looks like they started at the 12. Ball at the 11. Clock continues to run at 4:30 to go in the game, or the 3rd quarter, excuse me. They put 2 receivers out to the right. Stucchio on the right side of the Purdy working out of the shotgun. He takes it himself, lowers his shoulder, but he's not going to get much movement there. Matthew Myers, and there's a player down for the Hornets who was in on that tackle. It looks like it might have been Bryson Applegarth. And that'll bring us a stoppage of play as they tend to the injured Hornet. And we'll be back after these commercial messages.
Nobody plans to get hurt at work, and when I did, I had no idea what to do. So I called the Joanno Legal Group.
The insurance companies have attorneys on call. You deserve to have one too. You deserve to know your rights, and you deserve to have answers to all your questions. Call the Joanno Legal Group toll-free at 888-347-1411. There's no fee unless we settle your case or have to fight to protect your benefits. Please visit us at joannolegalgroup.com or call us toll-free at 888-347-1411. Joanno Legal Group, when you deserve more. No fee unless we win or settle your case.
Hi, this is Mike Joanno from the Joanno Legal Group, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Welcome back to Friday Night PA here. As that last play, we saw Applegarth down, and we saw Purdy run for Grove City. He's been one of the key players for them so far, one of the best players. And the best player tonight, we haven't even mentioned, will receive the U.S. Army Award of Excellence, handed out every week to the individual we determine stands out the most and makes the most difference on either side. And a lot of times we've seen Dungy or Morrison and
Phillips.
Seen a lot of different names, even seen opposing team get awarded that award. So still up in the air as the game, still only a two-possession game with Grove City driving. So Grove City players looking to make their mark on that award.
Well, they're still tending to the injured Hornet, Bryson Applegarth. So we'll take another commercial break, and hopefully he'll be up and doing okay, and we'll be back after these messages.
Looking for a timeless treasure? Discover the magic of King's Jewelry, a family-owned gem since 1914. We're excited to announce our brand new location at 2220 East State Street in Hermitage. Whether it's an engagement ring, a special gift, or a stunning statement piece, our expert jewelers are here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Join us for our grand opening, enjoy exclusive offers, and discover why generations have trusted King's Jewelry for the most cherished moments.
King's Jewelry, celebrating love for over 100 years.
This is Bruce Robertson of Shenango Valley Time and Temperature, and you're listening to High School Football on FridayNightPA.com.
D'Onofrio's Food Center has a long history of friendly, helpful service and affordable prices on all their groceries. Try their fresh deli meats and cheeses or their tasty bakery items. Pick up fresh produce, seafood, and delicious barbecue. Stop by the meat department for homemade sausage and fresh-cut steaks. Be sure to ask about their catering services for your next event and find all the groceries you need from national and store brands. Serving the community for 4 generations. D'Onofrio's Food Center on Route 18 in Hermitage.
This is Ben Bissett from Ben Bissett Chevrolet. For over 67 years, we've been serving the Mercer County area with quality sales, service, and leasing. Inventory, competitive pricing, and outstanding service, and always a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. And service is open late on Thursday nights and on Saturday mornings for your convenience. Find us at BissettChevy.com or stop by on Route 19 just south of Mercer, PA. That's Ben Bissett Chevrolet.
Sharon Regional Health System is celebrating a new chapter, proudly serving the healthcare needs of our community. We have a renewed dedication and unwavering commitment to deliver the highest standard of care that you've come to know and expect. This means reinvesting in our employees, our physicians, and the essential medical technologies needed to provide exceptional care to you and your family. Sharon Regional Health System, continuing the legacy of healthcare in our community. Learn more at SharonRegionalHealthSystem.org.
Hi, this is Staff Sergeant Keffer of the Hermitage Army Recruiting Office, and you are listening to High School Football on FridayNightPA.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night PA. Here, Kevin Davis with Mike Joanna at Forker Field as the Hornets are leading against Grove City 21-7 with Grove City knocking on the door. On that last play, we had Bryson Applegarth go down with a lower body injury, and he is being currently carted off the field. So
he was able to get out. They didn't have to do a backboard for him. It looked like they were tending to his left knee, and he didn't put any pressure on that leg when he hopped over to the golf cart. So we'll hope that Bryson's okay. But that's going to bring up a third, and we'll call it 7 for the, well, maybe 6 for the Eagles. They're at the 8-yard line. They can get a first at the 2-yard line. They have Purdy in at running back. He's on the right side of Homan. He's going to get the ball and come back to the left. He's hit by Dante Evans. Then Matthew Myers and maybe Jackson Schneider come in to help finish it off. But Dante Evans was the first one there. So it'll be a short gain. Let's call it 2. It'll be 4th and 4. And you expect that Grove City's going to go for it with the ball sitting just at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, Grove City tried a little bit of misdirection, had the quarterback and some of the offensive linemen moving right, and then some of the other players moving left. And then one of them, which is Purdy, he got the ball but brought down short of the first down.
So they got 2 out to the right. Purdy is the running back. They move the tight end in motion over to the right side. Back to passes home, and he's going to dump it off to Purdy. He's going to get tripped up right there. First coming through was Mirlon Peterson. Luke Lewis trailing the play helps to finish it off, and that will stop the drive at around the 5-yard line, where the Hornets will take over 1st and 10. And we're 3:13 to go in the third quarter. That was almost a 9-minute drive that produced 0 points. And that's a backbreaker possibly for Grove City as the Hornets get the ball back. Actually, it'll be placed at their own 6-yard line.
Yeah, backbreaking for Grove City after being on the field that long and not being able to push through for that score and still being down 2 scores on the scoreboard.
So Calvin Morrison, the running back. Dungy gives it to Morrison. He dances through and gets the line of scrimmage, gets hit on the second wave of defenders, and that tackle goes to Carson Heckathorn. So short gain, maybe 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Morrison just trying his luck up the middle this time, and great job from the defense. As you mentioned, the second wave, that's really going to have to be key for Grove City to stop Morrison or slow him down. Can't really stop a player like him. It's more about slowing him down, and they were able to do it that last play.
So he's in an I formation. Now he comes up along the left side of Dungy. Dungy's going to take it himself over the left side. He's got a little room to move. He's across the 20. He'll be diving forward to the 25-yard line with Luke Gamble on his back, but that'll move the chains and give the Hornets a fresh set of downs as we get into 2:30 to go in the third quarter of play.
Yeah, that was a great play again from Morrison. Didn't receive the ball, but able to pave the way for Dungy as he was the lead blocker on that left side. And Dungy breaks through for the first down.
So the ball's placed at the 23-yard line. 2 receivers, 1 on each side of the line. Dungy working out of the shotgun. He's got Morrison behind him and 2 running or tight ends in front of him. Morrison has the ball, trying to sneak through a little hole there, and he'll get out across the 25 and fall forward to maybe the 27. Andres Navarro on the tackle. Give him a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And you can kind of see how good Dungy is with his fakes, as it's just a simple read option there. And we've seen Mung blow up a lot of those runs from Morrison, but Dungy able to fool him or just hold him enough to keep him honest on him keeping the ball. And this time Morrison receives it for the 3-yard gain.
2 receivers. They give it to Morrison again. He's hit from behind and dragged down. And that's Gamble. Luke Gamble had a hold of his feet and brought him down for a short gain of maybe 1. And it's 3rd and 5 as we get down to about a minute to go in the third quarter of play. Hickory leads 21-7. Yeah. So Risve ran off, comes back on. Now Peterson's going to go back off as they get to 16 seconds to go on the play clock. They got 3 receivers out to the right. Morrison is going to go in motion out to the left. It's a flat pass to Morrison, and he's tripped up again in the backfield by nobody else but Tanner Mong. He's been the only person really for Grove City who's consistently stopped Calvin Morrison, and that's a big play. Loss of 5 or loss of 4 brings up 4th and 10, and Marzair Gardlock comes in to punt this time for the Hornets. Clock continuing to run at 17 seconds. They don't have to punt, and I would guess that they're going to let the clock expire to get to the fourth quarter of play. And as we get ready for the fourth quarter of play, we'll go to these commercial messages with the score. Hickory 21, Grove City 7.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire. We know how valuable your time is, so we've made it fast, easy, and affordable to buy tires. There's 3 easy ways to purchase tires from Flynn's. First, just drive in, because Flynn's will get you in right now. No appointment necessary. The second option, give us a call and we'll help you select and reserve the perfect tire for you. The third option, save time and buy online at flynnstire.com. It's that easy. Just drive in and Flynn's will get you in right now.
And tell them Vinny sent you.
This is Rod Jones. On behalf of Jones Performance Products, we wish all sports a healthy and safe year. We are located in West Middlesex, PA, and are the leading manufacturers of semi-truck hoods and the home to truck rods, custom hoods. Visit our website at jonesperformance.com.
At Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, we're making a difference in our community every day. From great rates on savings and checking to mortgage loans where we turn home buyers into home owners and auto loans that fit your life. We're here for you. With a credit union loan that fits your needs, budget, and lifestyle, we'll be your partner working side by side, helping you succeed. Visit us in Hermitage or Sharon and see why so many trust Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union. Making a difference in our community.
So we're back at Forker Field as the Hornets get ready to punt. Marzair Gardlock in to punt this time. He'll be standing just inside his own 10-yard line. Good snap. Gets the punt off. It's going to bounce at the 45, take a Hornet bounce into Grove City territory, and will be down at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. Well, they will start 1st and 10 as we get into the fourth quarter of play.
That was a good job from the Hickory kicking team, as Grove City there had a few more players at the line of scrimmage trying to rush the kicker. I mentioned they had the block punt earlier this season, trying to recreate that, get any momentum they can get to spark this offense, and doesn't pull out, but they get the ball nonetheless at the 40-yard line, looking to try to dent in that score.
So Grove City starts 1st and 10 at their own 46. One receiver out wide to the left is Charlie Miller. The running back is Stucchio. They'll put Miller in motion. He's coming in behind the running back, and they do a pitch to Miller. And there's a flag on the play, and he gets blasted as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little short. Dante Evans, Matthew Myers, Logan Bromley. There was a slew of Hornets ready to tackle him. So it'll be no gain. Let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, interesting play there. Is just a simple pitch in the end, but looked like Stucchio. I think
waving the flag off.
I think it was more just his hesitation in the way he runs, but looked like he almost looked back to the quarterback, and with it being a backwards pass and him running forward, he could have tossed it back to the quarterback and done a trick play there, but decides to take it himself and pick up a little bit of yardage.
2 receivers out to the left. Working out of the shotgun is home. He gives it to Stucchio, trying the left side. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to sprint up. He gets into Hornet territory. He'll be brought down by Christian Dungy as he gets to the 40-yard line of the Hornets, and that'll be a first down for the Eagles. Nice run by Stucchio that time. I think it was Charlie Miller who had the ball to play before that, so they were trying some misdirection. They get to the line quickly. Give it to Stucchio. He's got some room on the right side. He's going to break through a hole, get down near the 30-yard line. Matthew Myers, Jackson Snyder, and Logan Bromley on the stop, but that's a gain of about 9. Give him 8, 2nd and 2. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Grove City now going on tempo. Give it to Stucchio. He's got another hole on the right side. Just lowers his shoulder and bowls his way down near the 25-yard line. Matthew Myers and Jackson Snyder there on the stop. And they're quickly to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to go right back to Stucchio. This time he's hitting the backfield. Dante Evans high. And as that Matthew Myers low. So that'll be a loss of maybe 1. They're going to move it back to the 27, loss of 2. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, the play 2 plays ago, there was Jimmy Cooper motioning around the edge, and he really set up that run and looks to continue that success as this drive moves on.
Homan hands it to the running back. Going for the outside is the freshman Purdy. He found some room to move. He's going to get it inside the 20 down to about the 18, It'll bring up third. Let's call it 3.
Yeah, Purdy's just so shifty when he runs there, able to square up a lot of the defenders and then make them commit before making a decision himself, able to gain a few yards on that last run.
Homan gives it to Purdy again, trying the left side. He's got a little bit of room to move. He gets inside the 15, down to around the 14. Looks like Will Hosick at the bottom of the pile, but that'll be enough for a first down. So Grove City quickly gets the ball back inside the red zone at the 14-yard line. 9:19 to go in the ball game. They trail by 2 touchdowns. And this has been Grove City's modus operandi. They seem to come alive in the second half. Stucchio now back in at running back. He gets, nope, they fake it to him, and the pass goes incomplete. I think Toth went a little deeper than the quarterback was expecting, and the ball was a little short.
Yeah, just some simple miscommunication there between Toth and Hoffman. Toth looked like he ran a go route instead of an out route, and Hoffman thought the out route was coming. The ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Stucchio is the running back. 2 receivers in the pattern. Toth out to the left. Homan gives it to Stucchio. He cuts it back to the left and dragging him from behind and pulling him down. That's Colton Bernice. Along with Jackson Schneider, Colton Bernice has played a whale of a game. We've called his name out a few times, making big hits at the line of scrimmage. So no gain. The clock continues to run. We're at 3rd and 10. The ball at the 14-yard line. Quickly to the line of scrimmage again. Grove City back to pass his home, and he's looking out to the left side. The receiver and the defender ran into each other. That's Austin Goethe, and a late flag comes down. Gardlock and Goethe ran into each other. There was no flag, and then all of a sudden the flag came out.
And Hoffman was hit while he was throwing the ball as well. It made that ball flutter a little bit more in the air, but there was contact between the defense and the offense. And
they called the penalty against the Hornets.
Penalty, yep.
Pass interference, so let's see where they'll put the ball. And there's another player down for the Hornets.
Yeah, I think it was Keandre Miller earlier, have some cramping. It looks like another player with cramping for Hickory. So
same one, Cavante Miller, and they're stretching out that leg. So that penalty will move the ball down to around the 8-yard line. It's not an automatic first down in high school football, and it's only half the distance. So from the 16, they got it down to the 8. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 inside the 10-yard line. They're still tending to him, so we'll take a quick commercial break and bring you back to bring the action here shortly.
Warehouse Sales is your fishing gear destination, including PA fishing licenses, lures, lines, and more. Visit us on Facebook for daily deals or take the short drive to Sharon, PA today. Hard to find parts and accessories for any job, indoor and out. From gardening to gearheads, pest control to plumbing, we're Warehouse Sales. Chances are, if we don't have it, you don't need it. Take aim. Warehouse Sales now carries Pennsylvania hunting licenses, plus hunting blinds, trail cameras, outdoor accessories, and more. Warehouse Sales in Sharon, PA.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. You're listening to high school football on Friday Night PA.
Back here live from Friday Night PA, the Hickory Hornets at the Grove City Eagles here at Forker Field. Hickory leading 21-7, but Grove City knocking on the door, looking to cut that score to 1 possession.
So Cavante Miller got his legs stretched out, and he'll walk off on his own power. The ball will be placed just inside, well, I call it the 8. They're saying the 7. They got to get to the 5, so it's 3rd and 3. Grove City with a tight formation. They got 2 backs in the backfield. One of them is Mong, and now they're going to do a whole Chinese fire drill, and it's Mong and Purdy who takes the direct snap, and he's got room. He's going to get near the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown. Gavin Purdy took it over the left side of that line, cut it back, and got into the end zone. So with 8:22 to go in the ball game, they've now cut the lead to 21-13.
Yeah, great play from Purdy. Great play design from the coach. They motioned Hoffman out wide, and he is just a distraction for the defense as Purdy calls his own number up the middle for that touchdown.
So Lucas Kelly in to attempt the extra point. Good snap. They get the hold down. The kick's up, and the kick is good. So with 8:22 to go in the ball game, Grove City has cut the lead to 21-14. Hornets have only had one possession in the second half and only able to run 5 plays. So, what we talked about with Coach Dungy at the beginning of the game, he thought the Eagles would try to play keep away. It took a while, but I think they finally were able to do it here in the second half of play.
Yes, and just talked about them having a lot of success in the second halves, and what stuck out for me in that last drive was them playing no huddle, and they have a lot of success with that no huddle, and it makes me wonder why they don't maybe go to that earlier in the game, and maybe that's something they'll decide to try to do as the season progresses and next season takes place.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of Grove City football games. They brought out the swinging gate. They went to the tempo. It's hard to do an entire game at tempo because if you're successful at it, they had to score quickly, so they did that. But if you're trying to keep a dynamic offense off the field, then you don't want to go tempo. So I think they reverted to that just because of the score. And it's been effective here in the second half. They've moved the ball very well and have made this a one-score ball game.
Yes, and that's Purdy's second touchdown of the game now, as he is looking to maybe make his name known for that U.S. Army Player of the Game.
Yes, he is. He's been a very effective runner. I believe he's over 100 yards so far in the evening. Stucchio will be kicking off for Grove City, and the Hornets have that huddle on the 20-yard line. Now they'll break out, and it looks like Gardlock and Dungy are deep, and they moved Morrison up. Let's see if they figure it out. They kick it towards Morrison, but it's going to be covered by the up man, Dante Evans. So the Hornets will get the ball around the 35 or 37-yard line, and they'll start their second drive of the second half, only up 1 score.
Yeah, on the Hickory side, just got to remain calm. Obviously, only having one drive, it's hard to establish rhythm on offense, but really when you have the running attack that you have, don't really need rhythm to get that going, and I'm sure they'll look for that this drive.
So they're going to mark the ball at the 38. The Hornets will take possession, moving right to left on your screen and on your radio dial if you were on the old radios. Calvin Morrison in a deep eye behind Dungy, who's working out of a shotgun. Gives it to Morrison right up the gut. And they jam it up as he gets to the 40 and falls forward to the 41. Luke Gamble on the stop. It'll be a gain of, let's give him 3, 2nd and 7. Ball's placed at the 41. The Hornets will not be running tempo, I would guess, as they're going to try to milk the clock here. And they've done that successfully so far this season. They did it against Farrell, controlling the ball and the clock. Let's see how the Coach Dungy approaches this play. We got one receiver out to the left. We got 2 tight ends tight to the right. Morrison in an eye behind Dungy in the shotgun. And they give it to Morrison. He bounces it outside. He's got a little bit of room, and he keeps his feet and gets across the 50 down to the 45. What balance the kid showed right there. And that's a big gain all the way down. They're going to mark him down at the 46 of Grove City, and a first down for the Hornets.
Yeah, what surprised me the most with that run is how he was able to stay in bounds. I thought the defense was just going to push him out there, but he was able to tiptoe the sideline while also staying up and gain that extra yards for the force.
Not only that, when he was tackled, he was in bounds, so it kept the clock moving. They got receivers on each side. Morrison again in the I formation, and he gets it again. He's trying to bounce it outside. He cuts it back up, and he hits a wall as he gets to the 45. And that wall is number 77, Carson Heckathorn. There's a lot of Carson Heckathorn. He's 6'6", 280 pounds, and he was all of it right there. They're going to say no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, so far Luke Lewis has done a good job neutralizing him at the line this game, but able to break through on that last play for the stop.
So we got Mirlon Peterson, who's going to split out wide to the left, and they're going to put Dante Evans, tight end, tight to the left. Again, working out of that I formation. Now they'll bring up Morrison to the right side of Dungy. And timeout, Hickory, before that snap. So with 6:15 to go, Hickory 21, Grove City 14.
Mercer County Community Federal Credit. Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, making a difference in our community. Get great rates on savings and checking, mortgage loans where we turn home buyers into home owners, and auto loans to fit your life. With a credit union loan that fits your needs, budget, and lifestyle, we'll be your partner working side by side, helping you succeed. 2 convenient locations, Hermitage and Sharon. Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, making a difference in our community.
Hi, this is Tammy Calderwood from Mercer County Community Federal Credit Union, and you are listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
Back here at Forker Field, the Hornets called a timeout. They didn't like what they saw in their offensive set. It stops the clock at 6:15. Hornets are facing 2nd and 10 at the Grove City 46-yard line. Calvin Morrison has been the workhorse for the Hornets offense today. Christian Dungy has been contributing as well. He's working out of a shotgun. 1 receiver out to his left, 1 receiver out to his right. They're going to bring Morrison on the left side of Dungy this time, and they give it to him on a, no, Dungy keeps it, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, dives forward, and he'll get to around the 44-yard line, and that's Jimmy Cooper on the stop, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 8 at the 44.
Yeah, Dungy normally does a great job at deciding when to keep it himself, when to give it to Morrison. That time decides to keep it himself. Maybe should have given it to Morrison, as he did have a bit more space on the edge, but Dungy takes it himself up the middle and is brought down, sets up 3rd and 8.
And depending on what happens here, it's maybe 4-down territory. Play clock under 10 seconds. Morrison is alongside Dungy in the shotgun this time. 2 receivers out to his right. They're going to bring Gardlock in motion left to right. Dungy back to pass. He's got pressure. He rolls to his left. He's got some green space. And he throws the ball down the field. Dante Evans pulls it in at the 15. And he's forced out of bounds at the 14-yard line. But they might say that he was across the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball.
I think it was a holding there. As he rolled out to the left, it looked like the defensive player tried to turn around and get to the quarterback, but he was kind of just tackled by the O-lineman, and that's a big penalty for the Hickory offense. Moves him back 10, and we'll give him another shot on that 3rd down, but we'll set him back.
So that's a big penalty. It'll move him back to the 45-yard line of the Hornets, maybe the 44-yard line of the Hornets, and we'll make it 3rd and 18 now. But what a play by Christian Dungy to get that ball down to Dante Evans. It's unfortunate, but it was an obvious hold when I got my little delay play back here. It was definitely a hold.
So here, 3rd and 18. Don't really have many plays. This is more probably just a 3rd and Morrison, I would guess, here for Hickory.
Well, they got Peterson out to the left. You got Gardlock to the right, and they've been known to catch long bombs if they can give them time. Clock is stopped at 5:17. Dungy back to pass. He's going to air it out. He's got a man there. Gardlock gets knocked down, or did he just lose his footing? He lost his footing, so there's not going to be a flag on that.
Yeah, he lost his footing at the worst time probably there. As
the ball was there.
Right before the ball came down to him, he kind of fell over as the defenders came down, and the ball fell incomplete. I just wasn't sure if they were going to try to run it and play a little bit more with the clock, get it to chew down, but decide to just air it out there and they did have him for a bit. But
yeah, if he doesn't lose his footing, the ball is there. He could catch that ball. He lost his footing. The Hornets are asking for a penalty flag, but he fell down. So Marzair Gardlock back to punt. Is that Charlie Miller back to receive? And a good end-over-end pump, and as a fair catch made at the 26-yard line. Charlie Miller will haul it in, and the Eagles have life with 5:05 to go in the fourth quarter of play. They trail 21-14, and they'll take over, and we'll be back after these commercial messages.
D'Onofrio's Food Center has a long history of friendly, helpful service and affordable prices on all their groceries. Try their fresh deli meats and cheeses or their tasty bakery items. Pick up fresh produce, seafood, and delicious barbecue. Stop by the meat department for homemade sausage and fresh-cut steaks. Be sure to ask about their catering services for your next event. And find all the groceries you need from national and store brands. Serving the community for 4 generations. D'Onofrio's Food Center on Route 18 in Hermitage.
This is Mike Lysak from Warehouse Sales, and you're listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
There was a penalty on that punt for an illegal substitution, and it looks like it's going to happen again. The Hornets have to call timeout. So they had moved them back 5 yards. They're going to make them re-punt. Gardlock was in, and again they didn't have the right personnel out on the field, so the Hornets burned their second timeout of the half, and are going to reset the punt.
And that could be a costly timeout used if Grove City does indeed drive down and score. Just a silly set of plays there for the Hickory Hornets, and I'm sure they'll try to shake that off here as they sent back out their punt unit.
So Marzair Gardlock is back in to punt. Grove City hoping to get better field position. That was a good punt he had last time. And let's see if this hurts them. And it's 4th and, oh my goodness, 9, 13, 23.
Yeah, Hickory's done a good job so far winning the field position battle, but this might tilt the favor a little bit more in Grove City's favor.
Let's see if Grove City comes after him. As you said, they have a punt block so far this year. Will Hosick's snap is perfect. Gardlock gets it off, but it's not as deep. And it takes a somewhat favorable bounce for the Hornets, and it'll be down at the 36-yard line. So they picked up about 10 yards. It's a 23-yard punt only.
Yeah, also some time went off the clock too, so kind of give and go there for the Grove City team. And they get the ball here just under 5 minutes, looking to tie the game up.
So they're going to start 1st and 10 at their own 36. 4:57 to go in the game, so plenty of time, and Grove City should have 2 timeouts left. They do. The Hornets have 1. They go with a tight formation. Stucchio gets the ball. He's trying the left side. He's got some room. He's dragging tacklers again. Will Hosick at the bottom of that pile, but he's going to pick up 7 or 8 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 2, the ball placed at the 44-yard line.
Just a simple run there for Stucchio. He's been very consistent and really been their bell cow today. Takes it for 7 there on that first down.
He's in there's running back, and he gets it again. He's trying the right side. He's got some room to move. Coming up, Gardlock gets a hold of him and brings him down. And Jackson Schneider comes in late. He's going to be near the first down.
Also, Schneider is going to be 3rd and close.
They're looking at it. They might, yep, they're going to give him the first down. I think he's right there. I saw the line judge, Larry Hawthorne, signal first down. So fresh set of downs at the 46-yard line. The chain gang is not moving. They are now. So they'll come up with 1 receiver out to the right. Is that Stucchio? No. That is Purdy in at running back right now. He gets the ball. He's trying the left side. He's got a seam. He gets across, and he's flipped over end by Christian Dungy. And he's going to pick up 9, maybe 10. They're going to give him another first down. So Grove City's moving the ball at will on the ground right now.
Yeah, and you've seen a few players do that so far with the hurdles. I'm not sure, maybe that's something they practice.
That wasn't a hurdle. He got his legs cut out under him, and he flipped over. Stucchio gets the ball. He's got a big hole up the middle, and he's going to drive his way down to around the 40, maybe the 39-yard line, give him a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 as the clock gets down near 3 minutes to go in the ball game. The Hornets lead by 7.
And with how effective the Grove City's been with the clock, I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to chew the clock and score and maybe go for 2 here.
And they give it to Stuckio. He's going to try to bounce it outside. He's got it. Logan Bromley will tackle him as he gets near the 35. It looks like he's going to get down to the 34. That should be enough for a first down, and it is.
Another patient run there by Stuckio. He does a great job at just letting the blocks develop, and he follows them around the right side there and picks up that first down.
When they're collapsing the ends, well, they're doing a good job run blocking right now. Stuckio gets the ball. He tries to bounce it outside, cuts it back. He's got a seam. He's going to get down inside the 30, near the 27-yard line. Will Hosick and Jackson Schneider on the stop. It'll be a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. 2:17 to go in the ball game. 2 receivers in the pattern. Stuckio is still the running back. He's got another seam. He's going to be hit by Hosick and Cavante Miller. He'll be brought down near the 25. He's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Gavin Purdy back in at running back. We're under 2 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 1 for the Eagles at the Hornet 25. Purdy's in an I formation behind Homan. Purdy gets the ball hit in the backfield by Matthew Myers. Colton Bernice. No, that's not Colton Bernice. Amari Gillespie helps him, so that pushes him back to the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th and 4. 1:20 to go. Nobody's calling timeout yet. This could be the ball game. 1:15. Clock continues to run. Purdy, the running back. Tight formation. Working out of the shotgun is Homan. They're going to do an option pass. There's a receiver open down the middle. Tipped away at the last second by Mirlon Peterson. And the ball will turn over on downs. Mirlon Peterson, what a great play from his cornerback position. They looked like the receiver was open on the flea flicker pass, and Peterson just came back and got the ball.
Yeah, that was a great play by Dungy as well, as they sent 2 receivers back deep, and he was kind of split in between the 2 receivers, and he had to decide, and he followed the one on the right side, and he split off on the one on the left right at the right time as quarterback let loose the ball and able to break on the ball and make that play.
I thought it was Peterson who broke back and got the deflection, and he's now out wide to the left. 58 seconds, you're going to expect Kelvin Morrison, and that's who you get. Flags fly as Morrison gets across the 35, cuts it back at the 40, gets out to the 43, but that flag is in the area of a hold.
There's a flag on the play.
Let's see if it's a hold or procedure. It's a procedure penalty, so that'll bring it back. 48.7 seconds in the game. Grove City can stop it twice. But the benefit is it ate up almost 10 seconds, and you get first down back.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard task here for Grove City to make this comeback.
So the ball's placed at the 23. Hornets are 1st and 15 now. It's either going to be Morrison or Dungy with the ball, would be my guess. And it's Morrison. And he's hitting the backfield. He bounces out. He gets around the right side. He has a stiff arm. He gets across the 35 near the 40. And he stopped inbounds, too. So he's tackled at the 38, and it continues the clock moving. Now at 32 seconds. They aren't calling timeout. Now they are.
With that last run from Morrison, I think that will do it with the score, with the scoring for either side. And that puts Morrison now at 20 carries for 148 yards. And he has 2 touchdowns on the ground, and he has his 1 70-yard punt return. So I think there's really no question about who will be awarded the U.S. Army Award of Excellence tonight.
So the Hornets they called timeout with 36 seconds. Now they're running the clock, and the Hornets are in victory formation. And they're going to walk out of Forker Field with a very hard-fought victory. This is a a very game Grove City Eagle team that has a excellent running back tandem of Stucchio and Purdy, and they chewed up big bunches of yards on the ground. As we're down inside 10 seconds to go, the Hornets with a win will clinch a share of the region title, and that's the ball game. So final score, Hickory 21, Grove City 14. We have a game next Friday in Hermitage. It'll be the Hornets hosting Slippery Rock for a chance to clinch the region title. I will not be there, but we will. Friday Night PA will be there. We will have our video. I'm going to miss my 4th game in 16 years, but I'll be watching. So we'll have Kevin heading down to the field shortly to interview our player of the game. And
yes, Kelvin Morrison, as I was just mentioning, 20 carries, 148 yards, 3 total touchdowns. A great game from him as he gets his 3rd player of the game award, now tied with Dungy for the most on the team. So we'll see who maybe gets the tiebreaker in the last game.
And we have the football here today for it to be signed. Schedule update for those who follow the Hornets. They will not be playing the Week 10 game against General McLean. That game is going to be canceled. So the Hornets will finish the season next week against Slippery Rock and head to the playoffs. They could use the rest with the number of injured players they have. And we got David Gill from First Take Video Productions down here, also audio productions now for us, getting the wireless mic for Kevin to take down on the field and interview our player of the game, Kelvin Morrison. And we'll go to some commercial breaks while we wait for Kevin to get everything in place. And we'll be back shortly to recap the action from tonight's game and bring you the interview with our player of the game.
This is Ben Bissett from Ben Bissett Chevrolet. For over 67 years, we've been serving the Mercer County area with quality sales, service, and leasing. Inventory, competitive pricing, and outstanding service, and always a great selection of pre-owned cars and trucks. And service is open late on Thursday nights and on Saturday mornings for your convenience. Find us at visitchevy.com or stop by on Route 19 just south of Mercer, PA. That's Ben Bissett Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire. We know how valuable your time is, so we've made it fast, easy, and affordable to buy tires. There's 3 easy ways to purchase tires from Flynn's. First, just drive in, because Flynn's will get you in right now. No appointment necessary. The second option, give us a call and we'll help you select and reserve the perfect tire for you. The third option, save time and buy online at flynnstire.com. It's that easy. Just drive in and Flynn's will get you in right now.
And tell them Vinny sent you.
Looking for a timeless treasure? Discover the magic of King's Jewelry, a family-owned gem since 1914. We're excited to announce our brand new location at 2220 East State Street in Hermitage. Whether it's an engagement ring, a special gift, or a stunning statement piece, our expert jewelers are here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Join us for our grand opening. Enjoy exclusive offers and discover why generations have trusted King's Jewelry for their most cherished moments.
King's Jewelry, celebrating love for over 100 years.
This is Rod Jones. On behalf of Jones Performance Products, we wish all sports a healthy and safe year. We are located in West Middlesex, PA, and are the leading manufacturers of semi-truck hoods and the home to truck rods, custom hoods. Visit our website at jonesperformance.com.
This is Ben Bissett from Ben Bissett Chevrolet, and you're listening to High School Football on Friday Night PA.
You grew up knowing you could do anything. As a soldier in the U.S. Army, you'll test your limits and feel the pride of doing things you never thought possible. From working with computers, assisting physicians, or fixing helicopters, there's a job that's right for you. And those who qualify can get up to a $50,000 enlistment bonus for certain jobs. You'll earn money for college while learning how to be a team leader as you become part of a team. To find out more, visit us during a football game or go to GoArmy.com. Be all you can be. Paid for by the United States Army.
All right, we're back at Forker Field here in Grove City, where we just witnessed the Hornets prevail in a very hard-fought game against the Grove City Eagles. The Hornets fell behind early as they had to punt on the first possession, and Grove City marched right down the field to go up 7-0 in the first quarter of the game. Hornets rebounded quickly and were able to drive down the field and score a touchdown on a Kelvin Morrison run to make the score 7-7. The Hornets then were able to, again behind the running of Kelvin Morrison, put up another touchdown, even though the extra point was blocked, and the score sat at 13-7. Late in the half, the teams exchanged punts, and the Hornets forced the Eagles to punt with around 53 seconds to go in the first half of play, and that's where Kelvin Morrison took the punt 71 yards for a score. The Hornets went for two. Dante Evans making a diving catch in the right side of the end zone to make the score 21-7 at halftime. Grove City got the ball right out of the gate in the second half and were able to march down the field, but stalled deep in Hornet territory on a failed fourth down attempt. But then they got the ball back and were able to, again, drive right down the field to score a touchdown and make it 21-14. They held the Hornets, got the ball back, drove down to the 15-yard line, but the Hornets were able to stop them there on a flea flicker long bomb attempt. Mirlon Peterson backtracking and knocking the ball away, and that's where the score will end, 21-14.
What a terrific play by Peterson to be able to turn around, look, see the ball coming his way, and just by the fingertips tip it away. But what a play.
Yeah, and I hope I'm right that it was Peterson and not
so
Christian Dungy. Whoever it was for the Hornets, backtracking there to tip that ball away. The receiver got behind him about 5 or 7 yards. The ball hung up a little, and it's a long throw, plus it was a flea flicker, so it's harder to set your feet. But there was enough time for the defensive back to recover and knock the ball away at the last second and stop them from getting an opportunity to tie the game with an extra point.
I was in the stands with the home team, and you could hear the collective crowd of Grove City. Oh.
The groan.
Well, yes.
The groan.
And it was, phenomenal play by Hickory. There's some good game ball activity going on today. For the Hornets, if they gave stickers out to the helmet, Gardlock would get one, Dungy would get one, Peterson would get one, and the guy down on the field right now is going to definitely get one.
So we're waiting for Kevin to get the interview going. Make sure that they face the camera, and we're getting ready. And here's Kevin.
Back here live with Friday Night PA, another interview, another Player of the Game award for Kelvin Morrison. What are some of your thoughts after a great performance?
It feels great just coming out with that win. I had 3 touchdowns. That's what I came to do.
3 touchdowns and one of them a 70-yard punt return. Take me through that play. What were you seeing?
I just saw one guy. I said I just got to make one dude miss in this green grass. So I just hit a move on him and go.
And another great performance from Kelvin Morrison. Only a junior, still a lot to see from him. I'm wondering, from what you've grown from your freshman year, what do you think you've improved on the most?
I improved on my vision, on seeing the field, and my leadership.
Yes, that's key. And playing with such great players, it's obviously helps you improve. And what's it like playing with Christian Dungy?
It feels great. We grew up together, so it's just great having him as my QB, and I can have to be a leader to him.
And obviously a great game, and from Kelvin Morrison. What did you see anything from the defense that you knew you were going to be able to take advantage of with this matchup tonight?
I'll say their speed. They can't catch me on the outside.
and we kind of saw that with the runs he had tonight. Another great game. I had him 20 carries, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and then that 70-yard punt return for a touchdown. So great game, and now tied with 3 player of the games with Christian Dungy. So see who may break that grudge between the two of you in this last game here at Slippery Rock. What expectations you have to close out the season?
Expectations, I say win in District 10.
District 10. So we'll see if the district is what they accomplish here as Friday Night PA progresses. Back to you in the booth.
All right, an excellent interview by Kevin Davis of our player of the game, Kelvin Morrison, his second consecutive player of the game.
Very well deserved.
And it was a treat to watch him play. And I think we mentioned earlier and a couple times during the broadcast when I talked to Coach Dungy, his thought was that Grove City was going to try to eat up the clock, keep the ball, and keep the Hornets off the field. And they certainly did that in the second half of play.
Boy, they did.
And it made it a tight ball game. But Grove City, if they can rein the teams in the first half, I think that team has a chance to make some noise as well. If not now, in the future, because they're pretty young. True freshman quarterback, true freshman running back. A lot of underclassmen playing on the line, so I don't think we've seen the last of the Eagles.
Neither do I. They're really playing for the future right now, but still, they have a chance of making the playoffs anyway.
Very good chance. I expect they'll take the 3 teams from the region, and
so do I.
My guess would be at this point it's Grove City, Sharon, and Hickory. And if Hornets can hold the form and take care of business with the Rockets visiting Hornet Field next week, then they'll be the region #1 seed, and we'll see how things flesh out. So we want to thank you for tuning in. We'll bring you the audio and video of the game next Friday from Hornet Field, and everybody have a safe and